Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So go so the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. Ain't nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within it took a love fun eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. He was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt this sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. And now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes are killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger. We look good together. Take your place in my heart. With your beauty I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. One beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over the Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace up with presents and gifts, call me Santa. Claus, I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
hugging and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's, what is it? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday, right? Something like that. Yeah. Welcome back. Hey, thanks for being here. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. What we do here, we talk about life and relationship. We extract life and relationship lessons from trending topics. We attack them from a self-power, social seduction, attraction, emotional intelligence standpoint. You can download the books for free, of course. Shout out to all my sponsors: Mo Fresh Life with Natu, Adesua, Film Girl, Open Floor by Tima, Gorex Corner, D Love 3000, Yes TV, and of course Chidima. Welcome. Our goal this month is $300. Yes, you can donate. You can simply donate if we're giving value. If you like what we're doing, you want to support. You can donate with the rectangular box with the $sign in it, or whatever your currency is. I'm not sure if it shows like that for you if you're outside of the US. But yes, definitely this month our goal is $300. Right now we're up to $116.98. Shout out to you. I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the sponsors, our regular sponsors, our members. I appreciate you for everything you do. You can sponsor this show for as low as 99 cents. Like I said, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. And also, by the way, you can download the books for free. We do have some relationship and marriage books for you. You can download them for free from manofprestige.com. The first book is Get My Marriage Back. If you're struggling with your marriage, right here, okay? It's called Get My Marriage Back. Both of them are written by my wife and myself, so you have two different perspectives. And then another one called Number One Red Flag. You can download them absolutely for free from manofprestige.com. All right, and if you have any questions, any inquiries, we do offer coaching services here, marriage and relationship coaching services. You can send us an email at ask@manofprestige.com. You can also join our backstage conversations at whatsapp.manofprestige, of course. And yeah, welcome back. I'm excited to be here today. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, follow, turn up your notifications. Let's ping everybody else into the room. We have some stories to cover today. I was supposed to be here yesterday, but you know, some things came up. But here we are, and today I was able to be here a little bit earlier. So shout out to you. I want to say thank you for being here again. Just help me hit the like button, then I'll get into the story of the day. We do have some stories to cover. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So, is this dramatic wife normal? Skuki Peeshaun. I try to remember this guy's name once upon a time, but I think I can remember now. But his name is Skuki Peeshaun. Is also, I don't know what he calls himself, but let me see if I can find him on Instagram. But basically, he did a little bit of a basketball in ideas. I think they probably respect each other. With Apostle Femi Lazarus, whom a lot of people respect him. So a lot of people respect Apostle Femi Lazarus, but you know, they have a little bit of basketballs of ideas, which is perfectly fine because that's how we grow, right? And I thought I should bring it here and let's talk about it. Let me share my screen with you. we're warming up. We're warming up. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, help me ping everybody else into the room. Once we take a few days off, or we're not talking about Korra Obidi, everybody disappears. No be juju be that. Anyway, actually, we are going to talk about Korra Obidi today, so stay tuned for that. But let's see. So let me share my screen. Yay, there we go. So the persons you're looking at on the screen, the one to your left hand side, his name is Skuki Peeshaun, and the one to the right hand side is Apostle. It's a clergyman, Apostle Femi Lazarus. They tend to kind of they talk a lot about relationships, you know. One definitely talk more so from a religion standpoint or religious standpoint, which is fine, you know. I don't really argue with anybody's ideologies. And I don't argue with people. The only thing I ask them oftentimes is like, look at your results. Is it what you want? If it's not what you want, then maybe it's time to tweak something up. Okay, so what is it exactly that happened exactly? What are we talking about? I'll bring you up to speed, okay? It says, is it normal for a woman to be dramatic? Relationship coach Skuki Peeshaun counters. Shout out to Instablog Niger. All right, so here we go. The original post is right here. Let me paste it.
Person you want to marry is that you need to learn the heart of peace. Now, the opposite of a peaceful woman is a contentious woman. And I'd like to tell the guy that in all honesty, the hips won't matter for long. The pink lips won't matter for long. They are okay. The physique and all those things won't matter for long. At some point in your life, when reality sets in, you will need peace more than anything else. And do you know you can know a peaceful woman before you marry her? People believe some demonic stuff. Can I talk to you a bit? Some demonic stuff like women's head used to touch. Like a woman may not even know what's wrong with her, just want to cause trouble. Have you seen things like that? It's demonic. It's not true. That's not your nature. You are not your temperament. Temperaments are real, but you are spirit controlled. Now, when I'm having my menstrual flow, I just get angry, I get provoked. I can talk anyhow. You should know that the way I woke up this morning, something is happening. So I'm not shut up. Deborah had menstrual flow in the Bible. It didn't begin with you. Esther had menstrual flow. Now you are quiet. It looks like, Pastor, you are not understanding what we women go through. I said Esther had. Guys, watch out for this in the person you want to marry. Is that you need to learn the heart of peace.
All right, so that's all he said.
Woman,
all right,
a contentious woman, and I'd like to.
Not much of a big deal, right? You might say not much of a big deal. That's all he said. He said he's talking to women essentially that they should have a heart of peace. Now, for me to disagree with that, I can't disagree with that, right? I said you are not the woman to see her period. You're not the first woman to see her period, so your menstruation is not the problem. You are simply not a peaceful person. Okay, I don't know if that's a quote. All right.
Esther had menstrual.
Let's keep going.
In the Bible, and she was married to a king. She honored him. Talk to me now. She honored him. I never saw anywhere in the Bible any woman complain that I'm hungry because I'm having menstrual. You are simply not a peaceful person. Period. You like wahala. Just like trouble. Your mood is not you. You have the Holy Ghost to regulate. And I'm saying this. Listen. Because lack of peace in the home is a master key in the hands of the devil. It will come with destruction, hunger, and just every moment you are at the edge of your breakthrough. As a woman, master peace. Esther had menstrual flow in the Bible.
All right, so he's quoting Esther now. So I'm gonna go see what Skuki Peeshaun has to say. Just in case you're wondering who Skuki Peeshaun is, let me see if I can find his actual page. I'll play one of his videos for you. I think he does like seminars and things like that. He also has is rightfully an influencer in his own right. He has almost 500,000 followers, monitoring spirits on the internet. This is him right here. I'm going to play one of his videos. Oh, by the way, if you don't already follow us on Instagram, please go ahead and follow. Let me show you. All right, so we're getting ready. We just decided to go get verified. As you can see here, we have 440 followers. So please go support. I will start posting some stuff up there very, very soon, but you can go support so we can make sure we're tracking our audience on every one of these platforms. Okay, anyway, so let's get back to Skuki. Skuki is here. He's written a book. I see that right there. Atewo Laolu Oguni. Is that his name? Oh, okay. I guess that's his name. Atewo Laolu Oguni. I'm guessing. Let me see. Everything has been asking for it lately. I wrote this masterpiece, so that's his real name. All right. So this is one of his videos. Has nothing to do with this topic. Then I'll read his comments in a minute.
First batch of my program. I just concluded the first batch of my program titled GMI 2024.
Okay, this one is promoting. Let's go to one that's actually talking about something.
You can feel someone on an energetic level and not necessarily an emotional one. Let me explain. A guy can walk into a place and meet his friends, and then maybe there's a new guy that he meets there, and they vibe on an energetic level, and they become good friends. They hang out together, they go watch football together.
Hold on, let me pause and say shout out to my G here. D-Love, what's going on? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I can't see the rest of them, the ones that we actually backstage. I can't see them, but you're here. I want to appreciate you for saying hello in the chat. Thank you. I know they're probably busy, but thank you. I want to appreciate you especially. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going. We're talking about is it a normal thing for a woman to be dramatic inside of a relationship or marriage?
I like that guy. I like his energy. A woman, maybe you're in a workplace and a new girl comes and she starts walking and you guys start vibing and everything, and you feel her energy. You guys start to hang out, you do makeup together, you're feeling her on an energetic level. What now happens is when a man and woman have this energetic connection, because we are both animal and human inside one body, the animal part of you, all it just knows is knock, reproduce. So as you're feeling this person on an energetic level, you just think, you want to make sense of it. For women, they start to think, I think I'm in love, but it's just energy. For the guy too, he starts to think, maybe it's
not just conji.
His sexual fantasies just start to explode. Even people that see you guys together will be like, you guys fit each other, you guys look together. But you guys are just feeling each other energetically. Women lose here because their emotions move way faster and more powerfully than a man's emotions. A guy can still engage, have sex on that energetic level, and step back without letting emotions tumble him. In Art of Seduction, Robert Greene says, sex breeds insecurities. So for guys, it's not every girl that you have an energetic connection with that you must go and knock. And for women, when you feel an energetic connection, it doesn't have to end in falling in love or anything. You are not even. You can feel someone on an.
All right, so I usually agree with some of his takes, so you can go follow him. Let's see. What we're talking about today is basically his pushback against Apostle Lazarus on the whole thing about if a woman is just naturally just going to be dramatic. Is a dramatic wife a normal thing? All right, so I'm going to read his response to that, then I'll give my take on both of them. Okay. This is very important. You know why? Because there's a lot of things we tell ourselves, and while there might be lies in the beginning, they end up becoming the truth. They end up manifesting as the truth in your life. All right. So that's why I think it's very important that we talk about these things. All right. So his response was, when a man is cranky or anxious, his anxiety is 100% external and psychological, which means he is worried about an issue and it is working him up. But when a woman is anxious, her anxiety can be external and psychological like a man's, but she now has an extra burden, which is that our anxiety level can also be internal and biological. And this is caused by the hormonal variations women go through every 28 days. Okay? A woman can go to bed very happy and wake up tensed, short-tempered for reasons she doesn't even know. Other times, she can be overly happy and nurturing for no visible reason. Yes, it is true that many women are dramatic to the extreme, but we cannot downplay the impact a woman's biology has on her mood. Unannounced, we have to let men know that it is normal for a woman to be dramatic to a certain extent. When she displays these off moods, he shouldn't argue with her or talk her down. He simply needs to stand his ground and be firm. I really love that part. right? Because oftentimes men will hear these messages and they will interpret it as we're telling them to just take anything anyhow. That's too far from the truth. We're just trying to equip you with the tools you need to navigate relationships, romantic relationship, and especially marriage. That's all we're trying to do, right? But if you interpret it as you're a victim, then that will also manifest. You become precisely a victim. Okay, you cannot engage your power as a man and being a victim at the same time. Could it work? All right, so he says he simply needs to stand his ground and be firm. Standing your ground and being firm does not mean you're not actively listening, just FYI. It does not mean that you're engaging your coconut head at an extremely high order. Let's keep going. But no scolding or arguing. His assertiveness would calm her down again. All right, so for those of you that are scared of masculinity, in fact, that is what she came for in the first place. His masculine firmness. If we go with this narrative, we would encourage men to snap back and nag whenever their woman is having this normal mood swings. And when a woman responds that way, when a man responds that way, it adds to his woman's anxiety. There will now be like two women arguing. Ouch. That's so true. Yeah, so now let's get back to what he's pushing against, and I'll tell you why it's much more important to go with Skuki's narrative. It's a narrative, okay? It's not a matter of if somebody is right or the other person is wrong. It's just additional context that you need to understand when it comes to these dynamics. Most people are going to engage this from a standpoint of right and wrong, and they will, you know what time it is. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Most people will approach this from a standpoint of right and wrong, and you know what's gonna happen, right? Like most people, they will collect. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You'll come back here and you cry, but I try to do all the right things. I'm just saying we should all be adults. That's what you think? You will collect. Yeah, you go collect. Welcome, Natu. Welcome. All right, so let's keep going. So I'm going to play that video and then react to it one word at a time. I wanted you to, because some people, they really resent when I react every chop and, but if it's short enough, I can do that. But if it's too long, I have to chop it up. And then you're just going to have to go watch the full video on their platform. Sorry, this is at least 1/4 reaction channel, okay? All right, so let's see what Apostle Femi Lazarus said initially.
In all honesty, the heat won't matter for long. The pink lips won't matter for long. They are okay.
That is true. Anything visual, anything aesthetics, they don't matter for so long. They're all right. It's all right. Cool. Cute. Every man eventually will see finish on that one, and then you have to deal with real life. That's very true.
The physique and all those things won't matter for long. At some point in your life, when reality sets in, you will need peace more than anything else. And do you know?
He said you will need peace. Let's talk about peace for a second here.
You can know a peaceful woman before you marry her. People believe some demonic stuff. Can I talk to you a bit? Some demonic stuff like women's head used to touch. Like a woman may not even know what's wrong with her. Just want to cause trouble.
Well, that's usually somebody. There are people that talk like that, but that's usually people who take the conversation out of context, right? But like Skuki was saying, there's some truth to it. Like anything that you will say, right, that enough people will actually take and run with it, there's some element of truth in it that they can relate with. It might not be an absolute truth, but there's some element of truth in it. That's why it's touching somebody's nerves, right? If it touches somebody's nerves, there's element of truth in it. It's really that simple. No, lies can also there's element of truth. I didn't say it's truth. There's element of truth. That's why it touches a nerve. Okay, if it's completely like 100% lie, then it won't matter. You just look at the person as they're mad. Okay, so if somebody said women's hair just they touch anyhow and they run with it and they're running onto the internet or into the manosphere and they say woman lacks accountability and they speak of that in absolutes, that person's head touches, but they're taking things out of context, and that but we cannot because of that now completely negate the idea that there's some level of truth to it. Let's keep going.
You see things like that. It's demonic. It's not true. That's not your nature. You are not your temperament. Temperaments are real, but you are spirit controlled. Now,
All right, so now he's talking to the ladies. We don't, like anybody, only lame people will say that to the ladies, right? But if we're saying that and we're trying to teach people from a standpoint of just understanding how the human anatomy, either psychologically, biologically, spiritually, emotionally, demonically, right? If we're trying to understand that, here it's not necessarily to tell the ladies or to encourage them in bad behavior. That's not what the point of it is. I know that when a man hears that and it sounds like you're encouraging a woman to just misbehave, but never mind the woman for a second. Let's talk to you. You're going to be married to a woman, right? So the conversation was not designed to encourage women in bad behavior. As a matter of fact, you will hear enough women will come and listen to this and they will say, hey, it's true, we're not mad people. Because honestly, they have the right to say that, because eventually they will dig in deeper into what you're talking about, and it's probably like they have a reasons to act the way they act. Well, they can connect the way they're acting to something, because there's more than enough events going on around, so they can connect it to anything, right? So, but it still doesn't negate the original conversation. The only thing is that it pushes the conversation under the rug, right? Which is what this message seemingly tries to do, which is to push under the rug that a woman can absolutely have mood swings from hormonal changes. Why would anybody argue with that? Well, because all of us are always trying to make things that are not necessarily logical. Everything is logical, by the way, but I'm just saying, you gotta be careful. Chinye, welcome.
When I'm having my menstrual flow, I just get angry, I get provoked. I can talk anyhow. You should know that the way I woke up this morning, something is happening. So I'm not.
All right, so you should know that if a woman says that, now let's talk to the men that will hear something like that. How do you react to that, right? How do you react to that? There's certain women that will absolutely say that, okay? But is that something to take too seriously? I'm not sure, unless it's like a repeat offense or something like that. Now, like as the same thing that I said earlier on applies to what I'm saying right now. If enough people are saying it, like Pastor Apostle Lazarus is saying right now, there must be some truth to it. So let's pay attention to that too. Ladies, you don't just wake up and just act mad and every other day. If it's a consistent thing, and you just say, hey, it's because I was in my period. Well, that's not going to fly too long. Nobody gets away with stuff like that if it's consistent, okay? That somebody's going to have to pay a price for that, okay? But let's go back to the actual conversation. It seems like he's toning it down. He's calling it demonic. I can't argue if you call something demonic. I think all of us, okay, we have demons we're dealing with. It's just that when Nigerian pastors and Christians say demons, sometimes they mean something else. They mean like aliens that are not necessarily physical, but they are physical at the same time, but they live on a planet somewhere, but they act like physical, and it's just kind of confusing because people treat them like they are physical and they're like actual beings and not spiritual, not in somebody's head. And once two people can say, yes, I saw the alien, but they're kind of spiritual, and two people have that confusion, it's like, oh, it becomes the truth. It's very confusing. There are things we can't control, essentially, okay? At least not from that standpoint. So there are things they're supernatural things, okay? But you can't control them. You cannot make them the center of your life or how you manage your relationships. Cool, it makes sense. You will collect. If you do that, you go collect. You cannot tone down your abilities because of some ideas, mindset, spiritual representations of your reality, and you say, well, I can't do anything about it. It's almost the same thing that he's trying to say, but let's get back to the conversation. Can women generally act out of place because of hormonal changes in their body? That's essentially the talk. Let's keep going.
Deborah had menstrual flow in the Bible. It didn't begin with you. Esther had menstrual flow.
All right, so Deborah and Esther, they had menstrual flow in the Bible. They didn't do what?
Quiet. It looks like, Pastor, you are not understanding what we women go through. I said Esther had. Guys, watch out for this in the press.
Okay.
Esther had.
He said, like, Pastor, you don't understand what women go through, right? He's already kind of like, he knows what your objections are going to be. So he's already speaking to it, right? Your objections will be like, well, you don't know what we go through, so you can't speak to it. He knew that you were going to say that, I still disagree with Apostle Lazarus on this one. I don't think that's the place to address that from. Maybe a little bit, right? Like, hey, don't use that as an excuse to continue bad behavior. If your bad behavior is repetitive, right? If you happen to be with an ideal situation, you're going to self-sabotage and destroy your relationship. That's just truth. If that's all he's saying, then I agree with him, okay? Then I agree with him. But Esther and Deborah, is it possible that those Bible verses are only speaking of the highlights of those particular characters in the Bible? Is it possible that Esther and Deborah also were human beings and they had their downsides, let me say their lowlights, the opposite of highlights, which obviously the Bible did not talk about? Is it possible like there's some other realities of all these people, the characters in the Bible, that we now have to use our own discretion, your own discernment to say, hey, Esther and Deborah, they were also women, but just because we spoke of their highlights, I don't think you can use Deborah and Esther to negate biology. I don't know. It's doing me somehow. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let's keep going.
Menstrual flow in the Bible, and she was married to a king. She honored him. Talk to me now.
Right. So Esther honored the king. Let's keep going.
Honored him. I never saw any.
Good. The story Esther. We can't negate that. Okay, that's the highlight. But to compare this to negate the idea that women can have mood swings when they are going through hormonal changes due to biology, right? That we learned long after, right? Are we still learning things? Abi, just forget it. There's nothing else to learn about the nature of human beings. Forget it. Esther did well. That should be enough for you. Okay, Esther was a good example. By the way, yes, be self-aware. That's why we preach about self-awareness here, so that you can also push against those internal demons, right? But demons come in all types of different ways. Usually, you're your own worst devil in your own life, or demons, or whatever you want to call it. Usually it's a function of your own abinibi, your own behavior, your character, your temperament, your personality, all these different things, right? A function of how you've been socialized, that you've been pre-programmed or programmed. Let's keep going.
When the Bible, any woman complained that I'm hungry because I'm having menstrual, you are simply not a peaceful person. Period.
Well, it wouldn't be in the Bible, because then it to mess with the story of Esther, right? Yeah, the Bible is it's a few books collected to make a point. And I think the Bible is a fantastic book personally. But we got to be careful when we're using this to make certain points. Let's keep going.
You like wahala, just like trouble.
It's true, some people like wahala, okay?
Food is not you. You have the Holy Ghost to regulate. And I'm saying this, listen, because lack of peace in the home is a master key in the hands of the devil. It will.
Absolutely, but peace doesn't just fall out of the skies too. If there's lack of peace in the home, we need to get to the root cause of it, beyond just the hormonal changes of a woman, because sometimes the man will bring the lack of peace into the home, directly or indirectly. Maybe it's not showing up the way it's supposed to show up. Maybe he consistently lies, and he gets caught. He doesn't realize that he's been caught for the past 6 months. He's lying to his wife through his teeth, right? We have men that will basically say, hey, I can only speak for 10 minutes because they don't allow me to have my phone, right? And he's been doing that for straight 9 months, right? And then eventually the wife stumbled into the phone records, and it shows that he's always sitting on the phone at work for the next 3 hours, and he doesn't realize this, right? Now that man is not causing any wahala. He's just doing jejely. But is he causing wahala and lack of peace indirectly or even directly in his home? These are some of the issues these are the nuances that we don't talk about. We rather talk about Esther and Deborah and the fact that women cannot have mood swings. Let's keep going.
Will come with destruction, hunger, and just every moment you are at the edge of your breakthrough. As a woman, masterpiece. Esther had menstrual flow in the Bible.
So he said, as a woman, masterpiece. I can't disagree with that, okay? But I have to disagree with that. That has a connection with, like, come on. These two conversations are not related, which is why I have to agree with Skuki, okay? Again, this is what Skuki said, and I'll come to the chat. When a man is cranky or anxious, his anxiety is 100% external and psychological, which means he's worried about an issue and it is working him up. That happens, okay? But when a woman is anxious, her anxiety can be external and psychological like a mass. Yes, absolutely. But she now has an extra burden, which is that her anxiety level can also be internal and biological. And this is caused by the hormonal variations women go through every 28 days. A woman can go to bed very happy and wake up tensed, short-tempered, for reasons she doesn't even know, okay? Other times, she can be overly happy and nurturing for no visible reasons. Now, a man can be depressed for reasons he doesn't know too, right? But we get the point he's trying to make. There's a little bit of generalization there, but he's still making that point and he's landing, okay? He goes, yes, it is true that many women are dramatic to the extreme, okay? Yes, it is true. We said that. We agree with that. But we cannot downplay the impact a woman's biology has on her mood, unannounced. We have to let men know. The point of this conversation is not to check women. It's actually to let men know, get them a little bit of awareness with this thing. Like, don't be arguing with your destiny. Like, if you see this thing that's consistent across the board, maybe you can learn one or two things. Maybe it's possible that your wife is just consistently a nagging, lack of peace type of person. Then we can talk about that. But every now and then, maybe your temper is too short too. Maybe we should help you so you can manage the energy in your household. Maybe, just maybe, right? Like, keep an open mind is what we're saying. Don't be closed-minded and be comparing women with men or men with women. You will hurt yourself. We are different. A woman is different from a woman. It's different. Okay? You will hurt yourself. You will hurt your relationships if you don't get with this reality and this your destiny today. Anyway, when she displays this off moods, he shouldn't argue with her or talk her down. Well, I'll make it a rule. Don't avoid arguing with your woman. Doesn't mean you can't have disagreements, but arguments, avoid it. That actually means it will happen, but avoid it. Right? Avoid it. Instead, engage with active listening. Okay? You shouldn't argue with her or talk her down. He simply needs to stand his ground and be firm, but no scolding and arguing. His assertiveness would calm her down again. That's what she fell in love with. She's probably looking for it for the same reason. She probably doesn't know how to ask for it. Okay? Are we excusing not being able to communicate? No. We're excusing you that it's okay for you to have soft life too. You're a human being. You're not perfect either. Just calm down instead of scolding and argument and trying to tell her why she should be like a man. Calm down. It's actually easier than you think. It's your own idea that's working you up. In fact, that is what she came for in the first place, his masculine firmness. If we go with this narrative, right, if we go with what Apostle Femi Lazarus said, there are men listening to that will go and use that to shame their woman at home. And that man, we collect.
Sorry.
Alright, let's see. Because obviously he would lose his masculinity in that, literally, just because of that, you know. So if we go with this narrative, we could encourage men to snap back and nag whenever their woman is having these normal mood swings, and when a woman responds that way, it adds to the woman's anxiety. They will know. They will now be like two women arguing. So I have to agree, but let me come to the chat. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, let's come back. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. All right, so let's see. The Bible didn't capture every single thing those women went through in terms of their hormonal changes. Exactly. Thank you, Jared Chinye. You were riding with me there. Really, you're not a peaceful person. Apostle Lazarus, now my guy, but you see this statement, I have a problem with it. I bet you did. His preaching is usually along my school of thought. For me too, I agree with him a lot too. But I always notice like some kind of, and I think it's the religious thing. I'm not a religious person. I'm a church boy. I'm not a religious person. So you won't hear me say God said, and when God did and God told me, you won't hear me do things like that, because honestly, I feel like a lot of people use that to manipulate points. And then even if they didn't mean to manipulate, a lot of people receive that as their excuse to not engage the necessary skills in navigating life. But to each his own. For me personally, I just God has blessed me with another gift, and that's what I use. Just using your everyday life, everyday events to show you that, hey, you can actually get what you want out of life. God has already blessed you with the skills. We just need to provoke it. We need to empower you, with things that you already have inside of you, without looking for external, I don't know. We just got to be careful with a lot of religious talking point or style of talking. You might hear things like kingdom this, kingdom that, kingdom. At some point you start like, when you say kingdom stuff, you're, like, reality is a little bit different. Okay. All right. Well, that's why it's different. Well, okay, you're right. Let's look at your results. Are you getting what you want? Okay, maybe we should navigate this in a different type of way. Let's focus on what you already have in you, what God has already blessed you with. Right? See, I still said God, but I want to provoke what is inside of you, not something that's coming from some kind of external source. Yes, including some of the stories in the Bibles, you have to realize that they are highlights. They are meant for a certain type of lessons, but there are also people that use it to manipulate unnecessary lessons into you. So you gotta be careful, especially when you're dealing with third world country where poverty is the order of the day. People you gotta expect that we should pay attention there. When is that time of the month? I get irritated by almost everything, even food. It's just like pregnancy. Yeah, so we can make this. He could have made the same argument with pregnancy. Just got you're pregnant, don't act mad around me. Don't act. People literally do that. They will say, hey, well, I know you're pregnant, but I'm like, what do you mean I know you're pregnant, but? I've heard people say that to their wives. I'm like, and sometimes I have to be patient to get them to see the result of saying that. Well, are you encouraging women to just misbehave because they're in a certain? That's what you interpret out of this. I'll just wait until you hit rock bottom. I'm very patient. Hopefully it's in this lifetime. Okay. Thank you. While he's talking on this, he should address men with short attention span, because that is another problem. So to be fair to him, maybe we're taking the short clip out of context. Maybe he spoke to them in the same sermon. I'll leave room for that, right? But if it's just off of that talking point, we have to address it as just that clip, because there are men that will take just that clip out of context and use that to go and be snapping back at their husbands. And this is the lesson. So this topic is actually more of lessons for men. You're married to a woman. Just the fact that she's a woman, yes, there are some differences. Yes, you woke up, you're worrying about bills and things. You don't have room for that. Well, her reality is quite different. She has to worry about the family. She has to worry about nurturing of the empire that you're building together. And that comes with a lot of responsibility. You might not be able to relate with that. That makes sense. Well, that's why you ascend beyond just your level of awareness as a man. You educate yourself, not to exonerate her, so you are able to handle crisis. You're able to handle conflict a lot more better, especially from a place of enlightenment. Yeah. Chinya said those hormones are very similar too. Those people saying that are very insensitive. Yeah, so you will see it in different ways, in different formats, but we're talking about this side today. Is the idea of a dramatic wife, is that normal? We're not saying that's normal. Okay, if a woman is using that as an excuse to be an irritable person from time to time, and they just happen to be, their personality just a nasty person, their results will tell on them too, right? But we're letting you know, as men, if you find yourself in this situation, maybe you should calm down first, and don't forget that you're supposed to be the masculine ball of energy in that situation. Don't lose your cool. Don't lose your masculine frame, right? Ask questions, open-ended questions. Engage. Say, what's going on, babe? How can I help? Just start with that, right? Well, I've tried that before. How long did you try it for? How much damages have you created in that relationship together before you're trying it? Are you patient? How long do you think this marriage is for? For 2 weeks? It's not 2 weeks. It's a lifetime. You have to keep trying, right? All right. But if you don't identify the value you're getting from that woman, it's probably not sustainable. You're probably going to fail. But before I leave this topic alone, I would like to see what the comments in Istanbul, Nigeria is saying. Somebody says, sometimes you people will take things out of context. Can menstrual alter a woman's mood? Yes, 100. However, using that as an excuse to be wicked and unkind is not good. That's a woman typing that, by the way. I told you, these issues are not gender, because you will find people on both sides of gender arguing the same thing because they are trying to use common sense. These things are not common sense. You need to dig in a little bit deeper than common sense, okay? We need to learn to control our emotions. Why can't the same woman throw tantrums and say nasty things to her boss? That's different. Okay, that's different. Okay, it's just like a man hitting a woman because he feels disrespected but can't fight his female boss at work. It's not the same thing. That's a woman actively trying to make man and woman the same thing. They are not the same thing. It's a fantastic way to shoot yourself on the legs when it comes to managing romantic relationships, especially. Okay, now the reason why this had to be taken out of context is because the person that released the clip from Pastor Lazarus camp, they knew exactly what they were doing. So it needed to be addressed as a whole message. If you release that short clip as a whole message, it needs to be addressed that way. Well, maybe you didn't release it. Maybe somebody else took it. Well, that's the risk of being a thought leader, right? Somebody take a clip. That means that's what resonates with them. We need to correct, not Pastor Lazarus, but that person that took that small clip. We need to make sure we're addressing that person so they don't go mad or wherever they reach to, because Pastor Lazarus is very popular on the social media now. Somebody's going to read that and they're going to think, well, that's so true, right? No, it is not true, okay? It is not true. The message here has become that there is no such thing as biologically driven mood swings. We cannot allow that message to move forward. It will hurt men themselves. Does that make sense? It actually hurt men beyond just this message. So as the pastor does not dispute that. He's only saying that these mood variations should not be justified as a result of the menstrual moods. These mood variations are things, no dispute about it, but justifications. No, just like saying, because a man is this and that, then he should cheat and he should be understood and tolerated by his woman. Hell no. Well, as you know, here we don't tolerate that. So, but we cannot. There's some nuances that we need to be talking about. So as you can see, that small clips have now become about 30 minutes of conversation. We need to pay attention to that. Someone said, to be honest, the only valid argument so far from the men's camp to me is that if while you're on your period and you're cranky, you can tolerate your boss at work or superiors, then there's no excuse to not do the same to your partner. It's very valid. I'm sorry. It's actually very invalid. You don't get paycheck inside of a marriage. You get something much larger. That's completely irrelevant analogies. You cannot keep talking about, oh, do you do this at your paycheck? It's not. Anybody you're having sex with this person. Are you having sex with your boss? By the way, if you're having sex with your boss, the same thing will play out. There is, at least tell yourself, there's a reason why she would do certain things to me and she won't do it to her boss, or vice versa. Don't just pretend like that person is just acting like that just because. There's no such thing as just because in life. There's a reason, and it's your responsibility, especially if you're a man, to be patient enough to dig in deeper to find out what those reasons are and stop arguing with your destiny. So if she won't argue with her boss, she's arguing with you. Well, you're right, she's wrong. Well, that's your wrong wife. What are you going to do about it? Compare your boss to yourself? That's stupid. You need to ask more questions. Ask more questions. Don't just conclude after you argue with your destiny. Your destiny remains. It's like your shadow. It follows you everywhere you go. Anyway, someone said this drama is only at home. They behave well at work. Yes, because there's a paycheck on Friday. By the way, let me tell you how disoriented and discombobulated this argument is. Even if you give her paycheck on every Friday, if you are having sex with her, it will be different at home from work still. You think that's unfair? Well, welcome to the real world. Welcome to the real world. It's fair. You just don't know what else is going on. You haven't paid attention to digging deeper to see why else. Because you keep concluding after arguing with your destiny that she's just evil. And that's your evil woman. What are you going to do about it? Am I blaming you? Well, if you receive it as that, go and check yourself. Check yourself. There's something about you that's attracting that woman. It's not necessarily your fault, but it's your reality. That's the result you're creating. You have one very simple move you can make right now. Just divorce her. Yeah, even when she's pregnant. Okay? If it's not that easy, then you cannot conclude that just because she doesn't argue with her boss and she argues with you, she must be evil. You cannot make that conclusion. Could it make sense now? Because your own decision, your actions does not align with what you're saying. Right? Somebody say, Pastor, stop button. Jesus Christ. And there's 162 likes on that, right? Let me keep going through some of this. All right, this is actually a very, very important topic because this does not always show up as a matter of period. It shows up in other ways in our marriages, and we just you see your partner as evil, but you're not leaving. So there's a disconnect in your actions and what you've concluded, and that's why you're suffering. Man or woman, same thing, right? Well, both are right. Too much of everything is bad. When a woman does her mood swings in excess, so I agree with this person. This person gets it. Then that becomes a problem. However, biological effects could trigger these actions and anxiety. Absolutely. We pray we get the right man who knows how to undo us in these times. These are real. That's the closest thing that I've seen. This person is wrong. Somebody say again, no uterus, no opinions. Wrong. That's very wrong. Okay, because the lessons are for the men. They're going to have to deal with women. So you can't say that, that would be instantly wrong. I understand both viewpoints and see where they're coming from. Pastor Lazarus emphasizes not blaming our behavior solely on the menstrual cycle, advocating for self-control, right? Now, the reason why that went viral is because somebody is actually interpreting it opposite of what Pastor Lazarus meant. So we have to address it. So not particularly Pastor Lazarus, right? I've heard him enough to know that he probably balanced it in a full sermon, right? But they also intentionally release this small 30 seconds, 90 seconds clips for a reason, all right? Because there's also enough mad people that will take that as absolute truth and run with it. We need to be addressing them. Peeshaun, however, worries that some might ignore the genuine emotional and biological challenges women face in this context, which could worsen the situation. Ireo, absolutely. I think what Pastor is trying to say is that, yeah, we're not going to worry about what he's trying to say. This is very, very viral videos. We need to be addressing them as much as we can. Pastor Femi's message is simple and clear. No, it wasn't clear. Obviously, if you have to do this much shalaye, I'm not even going to read that. Obviously, it wasn't clear. There are PMS and PMDD. I like this pastor's teaching, but a little bit of research was all he needed. PMDD will make you S-IDA. Seth. Thank God if you don't experience this, Jesus Christ. For anybody to pretend that that's not a thing, not pretend, but to not know that that's a thing, but to have the power of the microphone is extremely dangerous. For me, it's how people who ever need experience a period in their life tell women how not to act. Well, that goes to Pastor Lazarus, but no, I think we can talk about it. Let's just say we can maybe not have strong opinions, but we can talk about it. Women biology. Now, my question is, does she also show her drama to her bosses or her clients? That's a man talking. That's a man that will end up, of course, collecting his money. All right. Once you start comparing your wife to her boss, you're already saying you just be her boss. Just pay her. Stop being her husband. You don't deserve to be her husband. Essentially, that's the best way I can put that. You make yourself that little, or you're already feeling that little. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. You better elevate yourself. You're supposed to be her husband, not her boss. My immediate thought was, do women automatically become uncontrollable promiscuous the moment their ovulation kicks in? Nope. Analogy. Nope. If so, we cannot blame runaway hormones for bad behavior. As someone said earlier, any emotion you cannot control borders on mania. Seek therapy or a deliverance. That person, especially if you're a man, you'll collect. All right. And the funny thing is that the funny thing about that is that it's not going to show up in the form of a matter of period or menstrual. It's going to show up with another way from your own blind spots, and it's just going to be you saying, "Hey, it can't be that way just because," Yeah. So anyway, Mara says even her boss, what that means? Even her boss knows when she's not herself. Who is marrying these people? Exactly. Yes, she's different from woman to woman. Yeah. Not all women have period mood swing. Hormones react in different ways. Yes, that's true. That's another topic entirely. No uterus, no opinion. The world is it's wild, right? Well, no. I think respect should be given even if you're on your period. Depends. Respect is such a broad topic. That's another such a broad thing to, I agree with you, but that's very broad. No. I hate debating with people like this. Intellectual deficiency. Welcome AGO Ohio. Both relationships are different. The brain functions differently at home than at work. It's just completely different. Like the analogy is always wrong. No, Pastor did not acknowledge the woman's biology at all. He called the mood swings demonic. Yes, he did. But we're saying maybe in the full sermon, maybe he had just a maybe, right? But we can't go with that. We have to go with the fact that this is a viral clip and it needs to be addressed. I don't think women are dramatic, period, or not. Why don't you find out what is bothering her? I'm so tired of these chauvinistic men. We've been having periods since 15 years old. We're not crazy. There's another angle, right? Insensitive, exactly. These people saying that are very insensitive. Those hormones are very similar. All right. So we've covered that. Anyway, my own take on this is very, very simple. Okay. If there are situations between you and your romantic partner that seems off, your best next tool is active listening. Yes, that's going to take patience. Okay. Yes, that's going to take more patience than your body is willing to give. But you should give yourself that patience. You should also give yourself soft life in that moment. Say, hey, something is going on with my partner. I don't know, but I'm here. I'm patient. I'm here for her, for him. I'm here for you. I think they need me right now. That's the angle you should be coming from. If you can't do that, you should be looking through the doors. It might be time to leave that marriage. Now, I know it's easier said than done. Sometimes you get caught up in your own emotions. Yes, as a man, you get caught up in your own emotions and you start saying things that you think is logical. It is not logical, because if you are being logical, that's your wife, not your employee. Okay? And then you move accordingly. And if you're not still clear, you ask questions. You ask people that have been through what you've been through, or people that are professionally trained to handle this kind of stuff. You ask questions just like you would do with your mental health. Sorry, maybe not mental health if you're traditional, but with your physical health, right? You just ask questions. You do some research. You take some time away to do, not engage it emotionally and call it logic. If you're making this argument that it's not biological, they're just being mad, that is an emotional thought. Right there. No, never even mind demonic. That is an emotion. That's your emotion speaking. Calm down. That's your wife. That's your husband. Especially if you're a man. Okay? Like Skuki said, your masculine energy, your frame is what she came there for. It's most useful when there's crisis and there's conflict. Not when everything is sweet. Okay? Anyway. That's all I have for that. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and leave your comments, your opinions, all of it. Leave that in the chat, and I will be right back. Welcome back. DJ Akademiks sued for the R word, the one you're looking at on the screen, and defamation. Wahalawa. Anybody know who DJ Akademiks is? We've covered this story here before. I think we covered this when the girl actually threatened. But there's a quick lesson that I want to extract out of this for those that care. All right, there's a quick lesson that I want to extract there, especially for our young men and for you guys that might have young sons. Pretty boy looking swag, all the girls are flocking to them, all that, right? If you have this kind of situation, definitely I want to talk to you today, because these issues are getting real and realer and realer. All right, a lot of people are getting thrown under the bus, but when you trace it deep enough, I won't say it's their fault, like anything like, but they could have moved a little bit better. It depends. Sometimes it's just outrightly their fault. If you're wondering who DJ Akademiks is, this is DJ Akademiks right there. It's a Jamaican, Brooklyn, New York. I don't know. He's Jamaican anyway, but he's American. Jamaican-American DJ, very popular. He has millions upon millions of monitoring spirit on the internet. Okay. and now he's caught this lawsuit. I covered it, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So let's see. So this story, I'm reading this story right now from rollingstone.com. Okay, it says DJ Akademiks. Wait, no, we're not going to do that. Let me find another one. All those people are trying to charge for us to read a simple article. What is wrong with y'all? Anyway, let's go check it out. The story on let's see. Wait, this one too. Oh my god. Let's check this other one. Everybody's trying to charge for their article. I don't blame them. Oh, now also real awesome. So let's check it out on vibe.com. Shout out to Vibe. Vibe are still around. I guess that's a website. I remember the Vibe magazine from back in the days. So this article says DJ Akademiks says he'll take entire industry down if convicted in the lawsuit. And then he said, I hold no secret for nobody. So DJ Akademiks is on the spot after his girlfriend filed an R lawsuit against him. But he isn't going down without a fight. The controversial media personality recently claimed that if he goes down for his allegations, he will take the entire rap industry down with him. Nobody did you be that. Oh my god. Wait, AG Ohio says, so we are monitoring spirit before. What do you think you are? Before, we're all monitoring spirits. We are followers. Okay, if it is so. DJ Akademiks, aka whatever wishes he was a whoever wishes he was a pretty boy. Well, he had the clout, you know. He had a lot of people following him. He has attention, and girls love attention. So Rolling Stone obtained court documents, which is why they are putting it behind a paywall. Obtained court documents filed through the Superior Court of New Jersey. Zaya Abashe, the off-the-record host former partner, is suing him for the R word that rhymes with the fruit and defamation. She claims that upon visiting Akademiks' home in 2022, she was met by two men who drugged and coerced her into drinking to inebriation before they assaulted and R-word her. The drugs compromised her memory, but she also recalled waking up to the former Everyday Struggle host, also R-ing her despite her pleas for him to stop. She first spoke on these allegations at the end of 2023. Akademiks, however, stands on his innocence. I can't talk about too much because I've paid lawyers to handle the shit in court. He said during a stream on his Rumble channel on Monday, May 15. That's Tuesday. That's today. These people who are coming at me are hoping that I effed that up by handling it on social media. Well, he talks too much, like the rest of them. Okay, when you have a situation like this that's beyond you, an accusation, you need to let the lawyers handle it, or let the judge handle it. If you're that broke, most likely if you're broke, you're not going to face the kind of situation that he's facing. I said most likely. It's not that it's impossible, right? But if you're facing this kind of situation, I think it's a civil case too, so it's a shakedown of some sort. I think I heard it's a civil case, not a criminal situation. If it's a civil case, that means it's just her words against his. If it's a criminal case, it's the state are believing her, and they are looking to take him down. The fact that it's civil actually is better. You just need to have some good lawyers. He has money. This guy collects a lot of money from content creation, so that doesn't mean you should spend it on cases. I'm just saying, when you put yourself in a compromising situation, you have certain men around you that will do something like that, or that may be deemed to have done something like that. No, forget that. Let's make it a little bit easier. If they're drinking, there's drugs and stuff like that around. Ouch. Yeah, even as simple as weed. If the whole house is smelling of weed and stuff, I know to a lot of people it's just normal. What's wrong with weed? I know. until we are talking about this kind of case. I didn't say anything is wrong with it. I'm just saying there's certain things that come with certain things, right? Anyway, especially when it comes to money, sex, drugs. Is this sounding? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let me see here. So these people who are coming for at me are hoping that I effed up that up by handling it on social media. The police wants nothing to do with this. They're saying there's no crime. Yeah, right. The police have, so it's a civil case essentially. But let me see. It's talking here. Let me see. Hopefully it's not too dirty. Let's play this right here.
Again, I can't talk about too much just because I've paid lawyers to handle court, and these people who are coming at me are hoping that I that up by handling it on social media. The police wants nothing to do with this. They're saying there is no crime. The cops have said, peace. There ain't no crime that we could prove. That's what they've said. We're out of this. Do you know who's the lawyer representing?
Who's the lawyer?
Whoever against me. Y'all know the lawyer? Who y'all think that lawyer is?
Who's the lawyer?
Is it possible
Same lawyer
that person
as the Diddy
who
lawyer?
really seen the money grab was really the Diddy stuff, and who is covering the Diddy stuff? That lawyer allegedly reached out to some people of mine saying, if Ak continues to doubt what we are purporting against Diddy, remember, we could file a lawsuit on him too. Let me tell you this about everybody in the industry. I'm gonna tell y'all all this right now.
Tell us.
If Ak ever goes down, y'all all go down with me. Because I hold no secrets for nobody.
He holds no secrets for nobody. Okay. So DJ Akademiks also believes that there are deeper, darker links within the lawsuit, as his girlfriend ex-girlfriend Zaya Abache, as the same lawyer as one of Diddy's sexual assault accusers, Lil Rod. Is it possible that that person who is really seeing the money grab was really the Diddy stuff? He asked. And who was the biggest ninja that covered the Diddy stuff? That lawyer allegedly reached out to some people of mine saying, if AK Akademiks continues to doubt what we are purporting against Diddy, remember, we can file a lawsuit on him too. The polarizing self-appointed pundit, okay, when they call you polarizing, it means you usually talk too much. All right. Self-appointed pundit warned everyone in the music industry about his current case and how he would proceed if found guilty. Let me tell you this about everyone in the industry. If Akademiks ever goes down, y'all are going down with me, he said, because I hold no secrets for nobody. Okay. So this was his original reaction. So hey, he's been offending some people. Let's see.
He did not. It did not say Meek Mill name. Wait.
This was his response to the Diddy stuff.
Hold up. Never mind. Wait. What the fuck? I forgot. Look, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper 5. That's redacted. Look, 5. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj.
All right, so he's
Meek. We were playing around with that Michael Rubin shit, but if you don't, you've been tweeting about you've been tweeting about.
So he's talking about Meek Mill, another rapper who's been alleged to be a part of the whole Diddy thing. But
what's up? This nigga is saying that you and Diddy were.
But he's a social commentator, though. He's allowed to do this, but. But then, if he had nothing under his own roof, there will be nothing to talk about, right? Right? So if he did not have these girls over and everybody's drinking and there are people apparently having sex, okay? So it's usually they've had sex. And then the question is, was the sex consensual or not? That's usually what ends up being this, okay? Usually a person you did not have sex with will not come. Now, is that a crime to have sex with people? It's not. I'm just saying there's certain things, you know, certain behavior that you found around certain behavior. And we're not going to sit around and pretend that you can't tell when something like this potentially can happen in the future. But sometimes you're in the funk of having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. You're like, what? You're not even asking what could go wrong. You're just having a good time. You're lost in the source of everything, you know. DJ Akademiks has become a major source of information and commentary on social media, much to the chagrin, I've never seen that English before, of many fans. But that has rubbed some of the people that he reports on the wrong way. One person, McMill, spoke up after the lawsuit, the R lawsuit came out. Whatever these ninjas they sold to, I'm not in it. What the F? He wrote on Twitter, formerly known as X Twitter. Now he's telling why he was reporting bad about people. Akademiks did not let the comment go without giving the Philadelphia rapper a piece of his mind. I will say this to you, your face on your deathbed, I killed your career. He said, what was left of it? I jack off to the fact that your career is 6 feet under. 6 feet under. You're really going to be on Twitter for the rest of your effing life. You blocked me and followed my exes. You're a weirdo. Bye-bye, McMill. All right. Anyway, all this is not funny. Gentlemen, listen to me, okay? Listen, I can't act like some people didn't get away with some stuff, you know? So I'm not going to front. Some people probably get away with stuff, especially towards the past. The further to the past you get, the more they got away with stuff, all right? But once you start thinking about Bill Cosby, that era, yeah, you're probably not going to get away with it. Act accordingly. Be careful out here, okay? Surround yourself with people that are heading in the direction you want to go. All right, so, it's rough. It's rough. We don't know, we shall see. It's a civil lawsuit. It's not a criminal lawsuit. If the police don't want anything to do with it, that's probably true. They have no evidence, okay? But just because they don't have any evidence, remember, everything that happened to Bill Cosby happened how many years later? With no evidence. You know, sometimes any idea we set up for ourselves that we think is absolute truth, none of it is absolute truth, including you go explain, because no evidence. Including that one, sometimes no evidence, you're still going down. No, let's not deceive ourselves. Sometimes you could just be guilty by association. You ever heard of that before? I said sometimes, not all the time. Okay, just sometimes. Okay, but yeah, he's vindictive. Yes, he has money, but be calming down. Yeah, he talks too damn much and sounds like a complete street boy. The funny thing is that this boy is not a street boy. Like, he's a butty, bona fide butty. If you know English of that, please put that in the chat for me. What is butty in English? Her lawyer is that ambulance chaser, Tyrone something, same as the producer suing Diddy. That's how I know her case is a mess already. Ish. That's the chick, right? It's gonna be a mess. Well, if they probably have something they're trying to cook together just to bring people down, right? He forgot he talked about it last year. He made statements. Yup. With all the beautiful girls around, why force yourself on someone? Now, wow. There's probably some deeper truth into it than just outright criminal. But just because it's not criminal does not mean you're not going down. That's what I've been trying to tell them. Everybody, there will never be a world where everything is absolute, is you're only guilty if you're absolutely wrong. That world will never exist. There's just too many moving variables. That's why I teach what I teach here, like be coming down with that right and wrong rhetoric. Life simply does not work like that. You need power intelligence. You need to learn how to move. You need street smart intelligence beyond just right and wrong. All right. Well, a day, as he said, we all fall down like pack of dominoes. Hello, Antonia. I Hemopi, you're doing a great job. Well done. Thank you. I appreciate you. Part of the boss courtiers. What is that? Me boy bodebe Marriott. Abayani boboyi, show off. Sound like a threat to me. Almost like he goes down for this. He's going to rat on everyone. That is something that you don't say. That's somebody who is literally power dumb. Street smart dumb. You don't say that. You don't say what you're about to do when you know it's already connected. When you claim it's already connected to many people. By the way, it's already connected to other people. Just because you're running your mouth and there's literally millions of attentions of monitoring spirit on you. You become extremely powerful. You become dangerous to yourself. But who is going to tell Akademiks? It's not me. You know, it's not me. But anyway, that's that for now. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you have sons, they will need to understand how power works. If all you're teaching them is morals, they're going to hurt themselves. Okay, you should teach them morals, absolutely, but there's more to life than just your own moral standard. Okay, you need to be self-aware. You need to understand that there are other human beings that live around you, your immediate circle. Many of them have different mindsets from you. In your city, many people in your city have different mindsets. They are up to different things. They have different motives. They have things that they care about that you will never think about. And for you to think that it's just about your moral standards and you're going to teach that to your sons, they don't have that luxury. I'm warning you right now, they don't have that luxury. They need more than just right and wrong. So do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, let's talk about guess who's back? Korra Obidi. Let's talk about Korra Obidi. I thought I was done talking about Korra Obidi, but then, you know, some other thing came up apparently. All right, so let's watch this video. Let's watch this video. There you go.
This is just an update on my GoFundMe. I am so elated. I am so elated. I want to say thank you guys. There's really absolutely no words that I have to explain how grateful I am for you guys right now. I checked and the monies are coming in. I have contracted a lawyer. I have had my consultation. We're working on it. My children and the person who abused Athena and June will be brought to book. My rights as a mother will be reinstated. Nobody will be deleting videos from my page anymore. And my children will be allowed to travel to Africa whenever they want, to travel to Nigeria whenever they want. These are my rights in the divorce decree, and this is what I'm fighting for. I'm so grateful to you guys. I'm so grateful to you guys. I'm so grateful to you guys for everything. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. I'm seeing everything going on. This is just an update on
all right.
I am so
since then, check this out. I'm not pocket watching her. She wants to use it to fight to protect a mother's livelihood. This is actually the live page on GoFundMe.com. I'm refreshing so you can see. Let me see. Refresh. Oh, it's refreshed. So she was actually trying to raise $100,000. That was the goal. And from 99 people, all right, shout out to all 99 people, she's raised $59,165. We had people give her $1,000. Wow. Sheesh. This girl has influence. Let's not front. It is what it is. Okay, a lot of people donated to her. Okay, $59,000 at this point in time. But why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this today? Why are we talking about Korra? All right, so we've addressed the Korra topic a lot. My conclusion from the last time is that Justin is out to destroy her, whatever it's going to take to destroy her. That man is going to do. He's going to use all the powers at his disposal. There's a lot of people sympathizing with Justin. They feel like she has been unfair to him, right? But yeah, let's talk about it. Now, why are they in the news? They're in the news because they're asking, where's the money? Where's the $59,000? I think a day after or something like that, like a whole day after. Hold on one second. Like a whole day after, I think Korra went on a trip. She ended up going on a trip to Hawaii. And people are asking like, wait, you're going to Hawaii? Like, what about the money? where'd you get the money? What? Wait, we just raised $59,000 and you're going to Hawaii? Well, let's be honest. It's not Koreans. It's not the Koreans. Her fans are called Koreans. They're not the one asking the whereabouts of this money. But anyway, it looked like she had a trip scheduled and she's now in Hawaii, right? And they're not feeling it. They're not feeling it. A lot of people are not feeling it. They feel like, why? Like, is this like the timing? Like, you just raised all this money and you're going to Hawaii. That means you have money, right? You know, so people are out to. I think there's a lot of people that sympathize. Seems like sympathize with Justin. You know, and to me, it sounds like they just believe one side. You know. Can't believe once I love you, girl, is not a misery and pain. It's tough. You don't even have to be a fan to see that. All of you, please send in these grifters your money. Mario said grifters. Well, Mario is convinced that this girl is a grifter. Well, and Chiye, who is half Korean, half Nigerian, she said, this is a trip. She's already planned. Okay. Then D-Love says the only people who sympathize with Justin are old women who could not pull Onyibo, and they are pissed at Korra for walking away. Omo, slavery did a number for our brain. That's another angle. D-Love, are you half Korean too? What's going on here? Of course, he's demonic and a grifter. She's an attention seeker. Okay, so Justin is the grifter. Okay. Let's see. She's an attention seeking and a grifter. Of course, my opinion. Okay. Yeah. People don't know how this GFM works. She doesn't even have access to that money, right? Yeah, GoFundMe is going to take at least 30 days or so, more than 30 days before she can touch that money. And you have to verify and all that kind of stuff. You usually don't have it ready. Yeah. Exactly, Chiye. Not half Korean. Marriott, you're like 1/4 Korean, like maybe 1/10. Sometimes I'm like, which side you dig yourself? I think you're like 1/10 Korean, but you can't stand Justin. I know that for a fact. Why would she do that? It looks fishy. AG Ohio say it looks fishy. If it was already planned, postpone or cancel, please. That's another angle. But Korra is like, my Koreans are wonderful. They will never question my moves. She has to go and work. Maybe she had a performance or something, right? But anyway, Justin has something to say about that, you know. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see. Justin had something to say. Yep.
That stuff closed, I think in March, and now I'm enforcing the court order by taking down the videos. So, what does she do? She makes a GoFundMe, which has raised $55,000 so far, and claiming right here, due to the exorbitant legal fees in Los Angeles, I am unable to afford proper legal representation to reclaim my rights.
Okay, somebody said, wait till concern you. Koreans are on his chat. Good evening, Dr. Dean.
So she's getting on the internet, asking people for money, claiming that she can't afford it. Okay? And then went to Hawaii after collecting that money.
Oh, yeah. Now, it's either Dr. Justin Dean is dumb, or he knew that it's either he's dumb or he knew that his followers are dumb. It's one of the two. Okay? All right. Because he just said he collected all that money. Well, she has not collected the money yet. I doubt it. I don't think that's how that works. Let's keep going. Hi, baby.
See.
I'm live. Welcome.
What her sister has to say about it. She can absolutely afford lawyers, and it doesn't cost $55,000. It would be a single hearing, which would cost $5,000. So she is...
Well, if something's going to cost me $5,000, I'll rather raise 10 times that, just in case your madness is like 10 times more than I thought. But let's let's keep going. Let's
banking $50,000. This is actually a felony, a crime. Okay, let's see what her sister has to say about it. All these scammers.
She has an army. She has a community.
Let's play that again. Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Money. Yes, she can pay for a lawyer, but she will not use her money for her children to pay. Protect her children and everything. Yes, my dear. And then, and those of you say she has money. Yes, she can pay for a lawyer, but she will not use her money for her children to pay to fight this guy off. That's what he's waiting for. She has an army. She has a community.
Okay, so she's claiming in a
yes, she cannot.
She's claiming in a GoFundMe that she.
All right, I'm back. All right, so I probably need to turn off my hotkeys because sometimes I just press a button to just escape me completely from from the studio. But I'm back. Let me continue to share this. All right, so what that? We're back. All right, there you go.
Seem like I'm a monster for not wanting the kids online when she's the one that said that she's taking credit for taking the court order and saving her kids from slavery. Okay? Let's see what else Nancy has to say about you guys that are supporting and sending money. I'm just going to let this play a few times.
No. Come up is a scammer. Scammer. Yes! Her fans love to be scammed. They love. No.
Let's hear it again.
Come up is a scammer. Yes! Her fans love to be scammed. They love.
So, they're scamming you guys, and her sister's sitting here saying that you guys love to be scammed. You guys see how this is wrong? This is the mother of my children. I hate that I have to.
What kind of logic is this?
2 years of her claiming false domestic violence, trying to destroy my life, and invoking Nigerians to come harass me for crimes that I never committed. I'm tired of it. This is a bad look for my kids. This is a bad look for Nigeria. This is a bad look for everyone.
He's speaking for you Nigerians.
Online. This is most importantly, this is a bad look for women. Women that come online and claim domestic of being in the system. That stuff closed, I think in March, and now I'm enforcing the court order by taking down the videos.
All right, so let me come to the chat. MOP, I'm not even a Korean. D-Love says, MOP, I'm not even Korean like that, but I know a beta bully when I see one, and Justin is a beta bastard. So you're at least 1/10 Korean. This dude is so butthurt. He wants to block people so bad from donating. Chinye say, and where's the money for a trip already booked? I don't understand. Chinye, you sound like 100% Korean right there. That's what you are, okay? Don't even deny it. 101, okay, 110% Korean. Let's see. This dude is so butthurt. He wants to block people so bad from donating. Hey, babes, Wind, welcome. As in, is Nyash the bleed over this girl here? This guy wants to cripple her by all means. That's what it looks like. And I can only go by the amount of content that Korra puts out that has to do with him. Not as much as he looks like that's all he's doing. So it's definitely 100% for him. That's all he's talking about. I mean, he has a channel where he's talking about chiropractor practice. Is he training people on chiropractors? Chiropractic. Not to say I'm not Korra fan. I just can't stand men who are petty. Justin needs to be evaluated. I haven't seen a woman rapper like this before. He's been hurt, okay? That man, let's not front. Come on now. Ladies. That man don't collect shege from Korra now.
Sorry.
Let's not pretend now. Come on. Let's leave a little room for that. Ought to collect shege from Korra now. But that was his wife. You know, Justin is masking from this live and videos, Abby. What do you mean masking? Oh, milking? What do you mean? Exactly. The more he talks, the more we see through him. Justin would do his own GFM. Trust me. What is GFM? Go for me. Go for me. To make the stories go even more viral, right? Yeah. So AG Ohio insists it's the wrong time for that. If he just raised money, I don't know. It depends. But I see where AG Ohio is coming from. And as a 110% Korean that you are, Chinye, I see where you're coming from too. They see each other. They are both users. They used each other. They are using their audience. I agree with that. MOP says when you talk too much, you will tell on yourself. That's a fact. Waiting concern you, Dr. Weary. Let the people who want to donate now. Now you donate. I know that it looks somehow, but if she already has an engagement, she needs to take care of that. I mean, if it's business trip, which is more likely it is, I think she should take care of it. But a little what you may call it, a little can it will go a long way. A little transparency in that regard. But I don't follow her. She probably is telling the Koreans that, hey, listen, I had this trip planned already, and it is what it is, you know. And she probably is very confident that she has enough people that trust that she will not, you know, do something stupid. Okay, do you guys know how many monitoring spirit Korra Obidi has? 1.9 million. That's not a joke. That is no joke. I'm even looking at the $59,000. It's too small. Like literally, I think it's too small. She could have easily raised $200,000. She might still raise the full $100,000, in my opinion. There. Yeah, I won't be surprised if she ends up raising all of it. I think this is the video of what she has to say about all of this. Let's see.
You have to go in the rain. Yeah, I have to run in the rain, yeah.
That's what she has to say. She said, the caption says, if a trip I planned a while ago to clear my head is the reason why I should be crucified for asking for help, then nail me on the cross. And then she put hashtag your papa. Hashtag your papa. Listen, hold on 1 second. Let me come back to the chat real quick. Anyway, I know that it looks somehow, but if she already has an engagement, she needs to take care of that. What if this guy's own in what is this guy's own in all the situation? Why can't he move on? It's called Pepe now. Pepe, when you Pepe you like that, you might not be able to move on. No. It's turning into something else. Bad look both ways. Nigeria, leave us out of your misery. You don't join Red Pill. Looks bad on women. Wahala. He's a loser. Chinye said, I would deny it. I don't like what he's doing to her. Oh, you mean I will not deny? Is that what you mean? AJOS is a bad loser. Move on, bro. It's a sore loser. I said this 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago when they first divorced? He's definitely a sore loser. And, you know, I kind of understand. When woman don't show you shege, okay, even if it's your fault, it hurts. It can hurt real badly. Like really, really badly. Yeah, like really, 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 really badly. Never mind my English. Some of them old women have been raising funds for him. They've done GoFundMe paper for him before. Really? I can count on the Koreans. He's making money from these lies but wants to block her from making hers. Check your A button. You're pressing S, not to, instead of A. I saw a clip where she said she planned it since November. Okay. Yeah, that clip I just played, probably, right? It's a caption. She's a hot mess, huh? Look at that nyash. That's what's driving Justin crazy. Justin just look at that nyash. I'm like, that nyash is a little bigger than I thought. Damn. I'm about to destroy. I need to destroy this girl completely. If I can't have it, no one else can. Daddy about damn logo my phone. Oh, that's probably what's driving him crazy, right? Every time she shakes her nyash like that, Justin remembers that dark chocolate brown sugar. No, I'm saying that I would deny it. You would deny what? What will you deny? I missed that part. But I want to see something with regards to I want to see something with regards to some of the comments before I move on to some Mohbad story here, some Mohbad update here. I see Dream Knight. Shout out to Dream Knight. Dream Knight says the problem is that they are both bad news. The question is, okay, hold on one second. Let's put Korra on the screen. The problem, let me see. Yeah, the problem is that they are both bad news. The question is, does he have a right to have the kids off the videos? Then why all this noise by Korra after that? When you're both dealing with African women, do so at your own risk. Yeesh. I think that's something that Brother Ben be talking about. He wanted her to completely break down when he decided to divorce her with a few days old baby. But he is not God. Instead, she's flourishing. Now he's bitter and will do anything to bring her down and take her kids away. Or God rest, I beg. Okay. Why will he an ex troll in the way this man does? Why will an ex troll the way this man does? Please stop already and get busy with yourself, just as she's doing now with herself. Even having time to follow up on her activity says a lot. That's crazy. That's wild. That's a broken man right there. You actually abandoned her when she needed you most, and this could have caused her behavioral imbalance. He probably like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Men should be allowed to speak up too. Do that at your own detriment, man. Okay. If you hear a woman say that to you, especially, she's out to destroy you. She might not know it. Okay. Everyone saying he's monitoring her doesn't understand him. How else is he supposed to have damning evidence? Social media is not your evidence, Baba. Oh my God. Not calling social media the evidence. Wala. You go explain. You go explain. Because no evidence. How is he supposed to have a damning evidence against her if he doesn't closely monitor her? These are the evidence to be presented in court. Every step she takes can either make or mar her in the Oyinbo court. No be by GoFundMe or online army. Listen closely. You'll see that the guy talks with points. No, lame men tend to talk with points. I know, that's kind of weird, right? What do you mean? I know. Keep listening. Okay. This man and Israel DMW, I don't know who was passed. So Israel Juju, they come in Oyinbo people too. I told you, stop generalizing. They come in every shape, color, and form. And gender. She won't use her money to pay, but can use that of her other people's parents and children funds to pay. The thing is that most people that donated to her, they are probably not complaining. Somebody said, Akuku bay Korra for putting herself in the situation. Or Akuku blame Korra for putting herself in the situation. You begged for money, and the following week you took for vacation. Somebody's not feeling that. He's saying the truth. Una they hear the nya dust. Una contribute money. Person use go vacation. They live lifestyle. Why can't she use the money and do something else that will keep her off the radar and focus on her? So a lot of people are not even aware of exactly why she's raising these funds, right? The title says, help protect a mother's livelihood. Please uphold my rights as a mother. As a divorced single mother, I am also a singer, dancer, and content creator, producing videos from home on motherhood, music, and dance. Despite sharing 50-50 custody with my ex-husband, we both have full physical and legal custody of our children. For over 2 years following our divorce decree, my ex-husband has refused to sign the necessary paperwork for our children to obtain international passports. Okay, so he has not signed their paper to get international passport, preventing them from visiting my family in Africa. Despite my clearance in the divorce decree, Recently, I discovered that my ex has obtained image right protection from Meta. That's the rights that they were talking about. Prohibiting me from featuring my children on Facebook and jeopardizing my livelihood as a content creator. She has the right to this, by the way. But if when I argue too much, the court will answer to it for you. All my videos of my children are being removed and my page is at risk of deletion. They said as of 2 days ago, I think Errol told us that her page has been demonetized as well. Despite her page on Facebook though. Despite the court order amendment and final judgment on April 5, 2024, my ex continues to openly threaten and encourage his fans to maliciously report my page, further endangering my livelihood and relationship with my children. Due to the exorbitant legal fees in Los Angeles, I am unable to afford proper legal representation to reclaim my rights. I am reaching out to the public for support with legal fees to prevent this ongoing torment and protect my relationship with my children. That's what she had to say on the GoFundMe page. All right, so a lot of people are commenting without knowing the full details of why she's actually raising the money. That's why this person will say they don't collect the money, and yeah, that's not how that works. And she's now leaving vacation. By the way, she has the right to use that money for whatever she wants to. Yes, the fans raise the money. It is what it is. LOL, these two are annoying. Now the yeah people where they believe them and enrich them that I laugh at. Okay. So somebody said the most important lawsuit Korra should file should be to stop this man from mentioning her on social media, so we don't have to deal with this every other market day. So I pity this man and Nigerians for believing that girl. This man always provides proofs. Where's the proof? By the way, that's a woman that just talked. Welcome to the real world. One day you gotta go learn. Okay, gender warriors are the losers in this world. They're the worst losers. This is why she has to go on the trip without hiding it, because she knows you will talk about it. Oga, go find a life. Rest up. When is this man actually going to stop harassing this woman and properly move on? Chai. When they say you are married to your enemy, this is a typical case. I just hope he doesn't end up buying her one day, because clearly her being alive and living is his greatest nightmare. May God continue to protect you, Korra Obidi. I bet you are regretting the day you ever met this man. Wahala. Anyway, I'm curious to see what kind of comments people left on our own post. The first person on our own post says, "We did they fight for you. You did they enjoy. Now we F up. A Korean is pissed off. Oh, a Korean is absolutely pissed off. I pray your husband succeeded in winning the custody. Look at this. They're commenting on her page. Oh, Jesus. Enemies are monitoring her. Like if you didn't donate shishi, Justin knows you well. I believe him now. This is the kind of person that abuses people's kindness and frustrates genuine people in need of help. Jesus. It's not about the trip. You shouldn't have posted it yet, knowing what people would definitely think, which is exactly what people are thinking. And don't say you don't care because it was humans that donated, not sheep. No one will understand that. That was is this what you guys mean by the two sides of the story? I'm covering both sides of the story. I'm sorry, Koreans. It's the two sides of the stories. Okay? The question will keep rolling in. You just shouldn't have talked about vacation yet. You just keep giving her, your ex, something to talk about. You're wrong on this, Biko. Alright, Chinye, some people are not on your side. They're like, wait, this is wrong. This doesn't look good. People book trips 1 year in advance. This is not new. I don't think Korra is booking 1 year in advance, by the way. But go ahead. I'll let you have that. Especially expensive trips. You might be broke later. July 2025 is in my diary. However, think that there is a thin line between polite explanation and total disregard and almost rude attitude. Well, that's why you guys love her, right? She has that attitude, sassy. She knows exactly what she's doing. We've talked about that, right? She knew that you guys would talk about it. And she knew, you know. But I'll tell you why I'm covering it in a second here. Okay? It's very, very important that you know why I'm covering it. You don't have to be rude to make your point, young lady. Okay? So, some people... someone said that Akpe Keola, it says, emotional intelligence is key. You just sought for people help to fight against your husband. And many people turned up. You can't be acting like life is good to you. And you should enjoy then when you have problem. You come running for help. No one is saying you shouldn't enjoy. You shouldn't. But when people turn up for you, don't act oblivious. Don't act like you're happy. You have serious issues before you. Okay. Instead of you to calm down and strategize on how to win this man, you're busy going on vacation while the man is busy working on the ground. Being smarter than you. Continue. I say, continue. They're asking that to continue. Anyway, I'm there. Wait, I'm there. I'm almost there. I'm all for supporting women, but this one no be insensitivity. Okay, a lot of people are not feeling it, even on her own page. And then she comes back. Okay, she said, "This is to regroup, reset, and refuel. I will not be made to feel bad for this." Okay, this is Korra's statement herself. It will not diminish the help I actually need. I will not regret prioritizing my wellness. You will all be fine. Emma, we're all right. All of them are good day, all right. Another person is here with a verified page. Okay, by the way, our page is verified now. Yes, we do pay money for that, by the way. It's only $15 a month. Okay, but we do that just to make sure that they know we're real. Korra, my darling, always be yourself. The world will adjust. No one understands the weight of your pain. Healing from a narcissistic partner takes time. Okay, here we go. Another person says, I just don't understand. Why take a trip when your father is visiting? She put out the story she wants you guys to see, obviously. Maybe the father went back a day after. Maybe he's in a hotel visiting other family members. Maybe the father has now flew all the way from LA to Vermont to go and see the other family member there. We don't know. Stop pretending like you know the full story of people's life. How about that? If you're on this social media, okay, they show you what they want to show you. All right. Why take a trip when your father is visiting? You could have taken this trip some other time. Plus, what have you ever given your fans, followers? All them entertainment, you see? All them edutainment, or all of that. She's giving. What about this booty on this screen right now? I beg. Now, like, nobody is following anybody just because. There's a reason. You're following because of a reason. They're bringing some sort of value. The value might be toxic, but they're bringing some sort of value to your life. That's why you follow them. These are some of the small nuanced lessons I want you to pay attention to when you're doing the right and wrong, black and white stuff, and you think you're talking from logic. What she gave her fan is all of the entertainment, the dancing. Yes. Now we'll know that your husband was right all of this while. All right. So we don't know who's right. The court will determine who is right. Okay. The court will be the one to be that judge. Sorry. If you are just following on the internet and you really truly don't know these people, you don't collect it. All right. Yep. Let me come to the chat before I round this story up. You know, you guys love Korra, but I'm going to give you a lesson before we leave, because that's the main reason why we're doing this. Okay? That's the main reason why we're doing this. All right. You're denied that you're a Korra fan. Oh, I see. He peppered just in the choke. Points, okay? Which kind of points? They are points. They are logical on paper, black and white. The people that donated are not complaining. Plus, she didn't even use the money. Doesn't have access to the GoFundMe, so people need to stop. Ola Meta was the acronym that I couldn't remember the day according. Meta. You couldn't remember Meta, the name of Facebook and Instagram. Interesting. Yeah, Meta. All right. We're live on Meta, by the way. Hello, Meta. Well, we're live on Facebook. I wanted to say Facebook and Instagram. Okay. He's broke, but how can he pay the big lawyer fees? But she can't afford it. How so? Listen, part of our income source is that GoFundMe. Sorry, okay. I hate that you guys are realizing now, but it is what it is. She has all those influence. She's using it. It is what it is. That's the simplest reality you can face. She had, and also she put a good reason together why she's raising the money. If they can empathize with her and raise the money, it is what it is, you know. They say he's broke because of the funds his fans has been raising for him. Plus, he stopped filing for expertise. That he kept filing back to back. Oh, that cost money, right? Maybe she could have gone quietly to avoid all this headache. That's what I would do personally. However, I know she's using this for content as well. Listen, that girl knows exactly what she's doing, and that's why I need people to kind of pay attention to that. Right, you Koreans, pay attention to she's not wrong, not yet. The only people that can determine if she's wrong or right at this point is the courts. Okay, but it's bigger than just she's holy. She's not innocent. Okay, you need to really see that. If you're coming to the Prestige family, I need to tell you that. Okay, no, she's not innocent. Okay, whatever it's worth, I want you to know that they both showed each other shege inside of that marriage. All right, like most situations anyway. Vacation can be used for peace and calm to re-strategize too. She just said it. Please give her more money. Her kids now have a lawyer protecting her kids from their abuser, says the exploiter. Voila. She should wait and collect the money first before going on. That's another angle, right? Mario, the main place where she's earning her income is demonetized. Is it mainly Facebook? She's live on YouTube. She's not demonetized on YouTube. So she's going to need some help. All the courts she's been going is over $100,000. Followers are all aprocos and gbeburus. Did you mean to say gbeburu? She said gbeburus. Anyway, they are going to be dragging up and down. She is ready for the lesson. Yes, I heard it actually takes a while for people to receive GoFundMe money. So obviously this vacation was not funded. No, it takes 30 days minimum. All right, they have to clear that money. God bless all of them. Big money. Meta regarding what Justin filed. Right. But Meta is the name of the company now. I hear what you said. That's the parent company of Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Yeah, she's definitely not innocent. The lesson is very, very simple. Okay, the lesson is very, very simple. All right. I want you to mark your date. This is the lesson right here. Okay, I know marriage is beautiful and all. I might even come off as I'm advocating for marriage sometimes. Well, I'm advocating for your own mental health, more importantly. Okay. The lesson is that there is a dark side to marriage. Okay. What you're looking at is a tip of the iceberg. This is just social media stuff. In terms of the emotional pain for both sides, by the way, that people go through when they come out of a toxic marriage, you have not seen anything yet. You have not seen anything yet. If you've never been through it, you wouldn't know. All right, and it's almost impossible to prepare for it, because we're talking about emotional heartache, potentially that might stick with you as trauma for the rest of your life, to literally drive your outlook on life, your decisions on life, how you see life, and mostly, for the most part, if you're not on this platform, dare I say, you're going to shoot yourself on the legs. It will show up in your subsequent relationships, all types of relationships, not just romantic. It will show up. You'll be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life. You will have a hard time trusting ever again. If you see just 1/10 of the dark side of marriage, of what it can be, yeah. But that's one of the reasons why it's very hard to comprehend it, because you're like, why would you? That's why people keep asking the question, you married your enemy. Like, that's not really the issue, but that's that's what it creates. Those are the rhetoric it creates when you come out of that kind of toxic situation. Of course, it's one person that will pull the trigger on the divorce, but that's not necessarily the person who was collecting the most shege. Okay, it just happened to be the person to be. If you're watching the Gary Owens interview that I posted in the backstage earlier on, you will listen to the part of the drama where they were actually trying to serve each other. Remember the story of this girl on House of Atlanta? I forgot her name now. I don't know her name now anymore. The chick that they were speeding. They were literally speeding down to the courthouse to go and file. Who's going to file the documents first? Divorce. Now, in this case of Gary Owen, he was trying to file in Ohio, and the wife was trying to file in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, so that potentially so she can get 50-50 custody, according to his story anyway. It's a very, very, very dirty thing. All right. So mark your calendars. I will be featured with Auntie B on our platform on I think it's Sunday, May 26th. Okay, so this is going to be a big episode, so make sure you show up. Okay, this is going to be a big Drew. Yes, Drew. Thank you. It's going to be a big episode. All right. So this is what we're looking at. It's not just as simple as you pick a side, I pick a side. It doesn't matter if you're Korean or not. If that's the lesson you're getting out of this, just taking sides with one side, you're missing it. Yes, you're missing it completely. Okay, and especially particularly you, some of you that you can relate with her pain. You gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful with that, okay? Because that part that you're relating with, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You never really know what happened in there, right? But in the same token, there are patterns that we've identified along with my wife, in partnership with my wife. There are patterns, okay? We're gonna be talking about that. There are patterns. There are things you can see. Okay, there are things you can see ahead of time. There are things that your spirit, your emotional intelligence, your social intelligence is going to do most of the weight lifting for you. All right, you can call it intentionality if you want to call it that, but it has to be with respect to emotional intelligence. If it's coming from a place of pain, you're going to self-sabotage. That's just not how these things work, okay? Because there's a massive blind spot that comes with that. When you're in a space where you have to look over your shoulder. Yeah, romantic relationship and that type of thing cannot go together at the same time. But Beno, how you doing? All right. So this Korra Obidi thing, yeah, that's what I was. So yeah, we're gonna be hanging out on Obodo Yibo TV on May 26th, Sunday, May 26th. Mark your calendar. I'll keep announcing it anyway. I will try to keep announcing it. All right, and Auntie B will announce it as well. But yes, what else here? Hopefully, that's enough lesson to run to the bank with. You know, if you are taking sides just because it screws for you, she's an entertainer, is okay. But I need you to think a little bit deeper than this, okay? Than just taking sides. That man is hurt badly, okay, and he's going to weaponize everything at his disposal against her. Okay, her biggest weapon is her rock starship. She's a rock star, and that's definitely peppering the shit out of him. He can't stand it. You know, and she also knows how to pepper it. And when I listen to her interview, like I said, interview with Adeshokwe, I think she knows what she's doing. I really hope she knows what she's doing, you know, because these things are no means, you know. Those crying moments that she had, that she cried on the internet, those were real. I don't think those were, I think those were real. Now, she might be naive a little bit to the extent that this can go. Oh man, that drama was real. I'm still listening to it. You're listening to Gary Owen, right? Yes, it was real. People will weaponize everything against themselves. You know, if you're looking at all of this from a gender warrior standpoint, you're not benefiting anything. Okay? Yeah. No, it's not double streaming. You know, we'll be with her on that day. We'll not be double streaming. Oh, that's going to be juicy. Yes, it is. If you call it juicy, sure. But I bet no. How you doing now? Mario said I should stream it here too. All right, I'll consider that. I think there's a way to stream it here. Consider that definitely. I think there's a way to do it here. I've never done that before, but yes, I think we can do that. Yes. All right, great. So the dark side of marriage. That's something that we're going to talk about. I think I have one more thing that we should cover today. I think so. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, 2-in-1 thing. Yeah. Some of you are here for this reason. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, follow, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. And I'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's talk about Mohbad. I've actually avoided Mohbad's story for a while because I'm like, okay, all right, this is like, what is going on here? If you're wondering who Mohbad is, you don't know who Mohbad is. Mohbad is he's a guy that unfortunately lost his life back in September 2023 after more than a year long of just fighting for his life. He was extremely afraid for his life. But his main legacy is the fact that he was an upcoming artist. He was an upcoming rock star, Afrobeat artist that really, he was upcoming. He was trying to make the most out of his life. But to me, it seemed like he was also, from my standpoint, it seemed like he was also a troubled kid a little bit, Seemed like he was also a troubled kid. But maybe it's because of the household he came out of. He definitely had somewhat of a troubled childhood, considering the conduct of the father ever since his passing. There's been a lot of drama around certain people advocating to do a DNA test on his child. That was the child was only 5 months old when he passed. There's no documented questioning from him of the paternity validity of his child. But first of all, a young man influencer, a very dark man, started making a bunch of noise about they should do a DNA test on the child that his ex-wife Wunmi has for him. But anyway, right now there's been a lot of drama around the family. It looks like the family there are also a bunch of mad people in the family. And this particular lady here, the widow's sister, Wunmi's sister, came on the internet and started I'm like, this is what I'm at. She's dragging her own sister. Literally dragging her own sister. Can you believe that? So hopefully you guys will be able to hear this, but I'm going to play this video. This lady here. So now she's saying, if me, Karimo, your own sister, that we fed on the same breasts, that we came from the same bosoms, that if I ever thought any bad towards you, Wunmi, she's saying this on the live on the internet. Okay, I'm just playing this from Mr. Blog Niger. Let's keep going. If I ever thought any evil to you after your husband passed, that God should judge her. She's swearing basically. All right, let's see what else she's saying. She said all our ups and downs as your husband passed away, and I've been walking up and down. She's been basically struggling to help her. Family members are dangerous. Family and friends are dangerous when it comes to some of these issues. I know we talk about relationships and marriages here, right? The issue is that they mean well oftentimes, but then they completely go left. They don't necessarily, there's a blurry line between they're trying to help you and they make the issues about themselves. Particularly when we talk about relationship and marriage, of course. But in this case, it's a battle between Wunmi, the widow, and and the family of the demised husband. And the wife is supposed to be helping, but now she's found herself in a position where she's now dragging her own sister on the internet. Yes, she is effectively dragging her own sister. When you're going through this kind of turmoils, I know you think family is everything, but particularly when you need them to just have a shoulder to rest on, they cannot help you with your relationship issues. They can't. There might be one out of about 25 immediate family members that has that kind of wisdom. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Okay? But there's a blurring line between they're trying to help you, but then they've made the issues about, and the issue is that they can only see the tip of the iceberg of what you went through in your relationship. So they don't have the full context. When they hear just about 1/10 of the actual story or less, right? They start creating emotions out of it. They feel some type of way on your behalf, but it's literally moving further and further away from the actual pictures. And they will act from that place, and they will create more damages for you. They will make the issues worse for you. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, wait until you hit rock bottom. It will make sense. So now she's talking about all the ups and downs she's done, all the sacrifice that I stayed with you, right? Right? So now she's basically blackmailing her. Like, I did all this upside and down for you that God should judge her. She's going to make an accusation, obviously. That's what we're going with this, right?
You guys didn't tell me anything about this guy.
They said nobody told her anything about Mohbad. Maybe that's why you should have, like, slow down if you are trying to help her. Like, help her from a place of be a shoulder to cry on. Don't jump into the issues like you know everything. If you didn't know anything, why are you so involved in the stories? By the way, she's a normal person. Most people do that. I'm letting you know right now, most people do that. When we're talking about in-laws, we're talking about mother-in-laws. I'll never be mean. All of you will do it. If you don't understand these things from an intellectual standpoint, as in like you actually took the time to study these things. Most of us, we did not fall out of the skies with this knowledge. Right? We're just trying to help our sibling. We're just trying to help our family. So we jump in there, we're trying to protect them, effectively hurting them if you're not being careful.
I decided to stood by you.
Bitibao. She decided to stick by her so that they don't lie against her, right? Because she was all out there and defending her sister. I stood by you. And now you are doing all kind of stuff. They said I should be quiet and be quiet and be quiet.
I have come out publicly.
She said I have come out publicly, obviously.
Publicly to say that I am not going to say anything about you again. But anybody
so if she said everything you've been doing to me underneath, nobody knows. So why are you saying that to the public again? Now, we can say she's faking it. They're just trying to draw drama. A whole man lost his life. Really? A whole 27-year-old man lost his life. We're just going to create content around that and make some money? Is that how this works? I just want to address that real quick before I continue. No, this is not acting or anything like that. This is real.
Saturday, Liam, platform, they came out for me. They dragged me.
They came out for me. They dragged me. So it becomes about me. It's no longer about Mohbad. Remember, it started as justice for Mohbad. It's no longer, it hasn't been about justice for Mohbad for a while, by the way. It has been about a bunch of strange bloggers, which is why I stopped. I just look at some of these bloggers addressing this. I'm like, I think I'm good. Right? But I just want you to see what this looks like when you run to your family. If you're going through stuff and you run to your family or your most immediate friend who can relate with your pain and you start telling them your issues, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself. It's possible you might have one really small, wise one that really understand. It's highly unlikely. I'm letting you know right now, it's very unlikely.
Osha was saying she's going to drag my credibility on the street of social media. Credibility will ever drag.
She said credibility. They said they were trying to drag her credibility. So they said, what credibility? The one that I built for myself?
Social media is not my life.
Social media has become her life, either she likes it or not.
Social media doesn't pay my bills.
Wait until they show you how much money you can make on it. You're creating content for free right now. Eventually, you probably will justify, like, maybe I can make some money out of this drama. Go and ask Justin.
Social media doesn't pay my bills, and it is not my life. So you can't drag my credibility. And it over drag credibility about only life with Sherry. Of course, when we started this course, I thought you guys are for us.
She thought the social media street was for them when they started the battle. Essentially, you lack the spirit of discernment. You never knew. You didn't aware, like Nedu would say. you didn't aware.
I never expected it.
You thought social media was on your side.
Not be juju be that.
Let's keep going.
I spoke with you guys.
So she's been saying stuff behind the scenes that could be used against her. That's what she's saying right now. She said, all the things I have spoken to you guys behind the scenes, if you don't bring them out, it no go better for you.
You said I spoke for you for about 3 hours. 3 hours, Tony Mofi, so you be sharing more.
3 hours from a person's life to be talking to bloggers about stuff you didn't know anything about this man. He remains small now.
Not be juju be that.
Two things. One, Kimakia, you are still here. You are still here with me. 3 hours in any more people along with me.
So basically, the bloggers have created division between their own family too, essentially. That's what this is. So now she's taken to social media street to go and tell the whole world that, hey, I guess the sister is starting to doubt her or telling her to calm down. Let's handle it, because also she's had her own outburst too, right? The street does not love anybody. The street loves nobody. Okay, you jump out to the street and you start sharing your matters. The street, okay, this is part of power intelligence, okay, or street intelligence, if you will. The street loves nobody. Wait, family loves you, yes, they just don't have the skills to navigate these issues, okay, especially when they mix in with the streets, especially when you're dealing with social media streets. It is viral, and then you try to control the narrative and retract. Will it work? You're just gonna have to have that same patience that you didn't have in the beginning, to actually listen actively, to pay attention. All right. She said Etitomi, which means you have found my trouble now. Okay, you have, is that, say that right? You have found my trouble and you will see trouble.
What do me pay? Please help me.
Is it go viral? What do you mean it cannot go viral? It's go viral. You're on the internet. The internet is not your mate.
Share. Help me keep sharing this.
Oh, she's asking, help me keep sharing.
Help me keep sharing.
She said it's unfortunate people that are the most people among them. Okay, so now she's back talking to Wumi. Wumi, what? She said, Wumi, your reign of shame is now, how do you say that? How do you say that though? Has now turned into a cloud. It's about to rain. Okay? Your shame has turned into a cloud. It's going to rain. To your own sister on the internet. Why? How bad could it get? Could it get any worse? She just called her own sister Olori Buruku. Wait, what? Oh, she said Wumi told people that she's not the one who introduced her to son lawyer Falana.
October, we were at Odogbolu ni awa.
She said the husband has known Falana before. Okay, Wumi is now saying Wumi has become enemy with her sister. Sadly, this is sad. Okay, this is very sad. She's accusing this sister of she only knows what she's about to eat, that she only knows what she's going to chop, what she go chop, like she's alatenuje, like she's what do you call it, that she's what do you call it, she's only cares about what she's going to eat anyway, essentially money. So once you've gotten what you want chop, you just throw them away with the bath water.
But enough is enough. I want everyone to show for me.
She said she would do show for her own sister. Is that what? Did she say sister? I hope she's not talking about somebody else. No, I think she's talking about the sister. Jesus.
We were at Odogbolu when that call came in. That call was from Falana's daughter.
So a call came in from Falana's daughter when they were, that was back in October. That was like around a month after the young man passed away.
And Falana's cousin.
They
called me.
They called?
I don't know them.
She didn't know them.
But a friend of mine in the US saw my video on Daddy Freeze.
Remember, she was on Daddy Freeze when she was speaking about the issues. Yeah, I understand the heated situation at the time. The boy just passed away and they were trying to talk about all this. Was become another issue now. This drama would not finish. She said, Olori Bukware, that means you unfortunate person, this is talking about her sister, that she's still using Falana till tomorrow. That means she's presently she's still using Falana. Okay.
Falana it was the people that know me.
So it was through her eventually, people that knew her from US. She's trying to take credit. She wants her credit because through her is how they link up with Falana. Can you see what I'm saying? Small, it's a blurry line. It becomes about them and no longer about what they were trying to support you for. And sometimes it's not outrightly obvious like this. They might not jump out like this. It might just be subtle. They might come into your marriage and say, leave that person. They might say things like that. Leave that person. But you haven't left because you obviously have different things that you have to worry about beyond what they can understand. But they might be pressurizing you, right? Or they might tell you to stay with that person and you have your reason why you want to leave, right? Families are lovely. I love family. Family is everything. But you just got to know there's limitations and you have to know there's some of these nuances here. When she jumped out there, she tried to help her. Who knew that this day will come less than a year later?
I gave us that opportunity. Well, they called me. We were at Odogbolu. It was around 1 a.m. Nigeria.
This whole thing is about... Let's keep going. She's repeating herself.
Nigeria time, October 2023. Falana's daughter and Falana's cousin called me. Falana's cousin was a nurse. Our daughter was a nurse. We used to work together. Falana's sister sells groceries. She has an African store here in United States. I used to purchase items for her. Falana's sister was the one that did.
She's speaking English, show.
For my daughter. That my 2-year-old. That my little daughter. It was Falana's. It was
I didn't realize the video was this long.
Sister's husband.
Yeah, sister's husband
was the one that did baby dedication for my sister, for my daughter, my little daughter. It was Falana's sister's husband that came to do my daughter.
Okay, we get it. Yes, you knew Falana before her. These people have mothers now, right? Is their mother still alive?
They put that courtroom 1 a.m. in the morning, Nigeria time. Me, you, and our mother, and your mother. Because
the policewoman. She just said her mother is not her mother again. I never expected this. I'm just watching it with you guys, okay? I'm watching this live with you.
I never expected it.
She just said her own mother is not her mother. She's about to say yaki.
He shock you.
This is not funny, by the way. She says that's not my mother. Do you think this is just as simple as Mohbad? This is the nature of their relationship from their childhood. Please don't get that twisted ever. Nobody wakes up just because of this type of issue in the last 1 year, less than a year, okay, and just start cursing their mother out. No, stop the cap. It doesn't work like that. They had a certain type of relationship before in that family. Are we getting somewhere? Okay, there's going to be more and more and more. Let's keep going. Say you and your mother and me.
We were at Odogbolu, October. We were at
She's repeating the same, but just to prove that she was the source that linked them with Falana. What does that mean? Why don't you just chill? Wait. You will get your credit eventually if you're just patient. You'll get your credit later on.
2023, 1 a.m. Around 1 a.m. Nigeria time was a conference call. They called me. I didn't know who was talking. I did not know who was talking. They introduced themselves. When they introduced themselves to me, I later said, okay, I knew who was
She's heartbroken, sure.
She gave me a contact. Money with me, Ọlọ́run ti bá wa ṣe. Mi de wa mọ̀ pa wen ni ma dúró fún mi o. Ara ìwà rere. But kí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi. Tó bá yẹ pé mi kàrí mọ́.
Anyway, there's a caption here that says, Wumi, I called you for settlement last month because Agba ló máa ń gbà. Okay, so because I'm the elder one, so she called for settlement. They were arguing behind the scenes and she called. You recorded me and the witness you sent the voice note to my father's family, recorded and sent the voice note, and your bloggers, the same family that was already against me because of Buki Jesse false allegations. All right, Buki Jesse is a blogger on somewhere, I don't know, somewhere. Wumi, we both blocked each other. Stop conspiring against me. So you guys were disagreeing so badly, you blocked each other, you see? Anyway. Stop conspiring against me with my father's family. There are patterns everywhere. Don't come here and be arguing with me, okay? There are patterns everywhere. Sometimes I can see ahead of it. Sometimes I'm not patient enough and I will pull it out before we get there. I'm learning my patience even better. It's getting better and better. I'll just wait to walk through it stage by stage until you see it yourself. Sometimes if you don't hit rock bottom, you won't see it. Well, it is what it is, okay? But there are patterns everywhere. These things just don't fall out of the skies, okay? Like, for example, she's not talking to her mother just like that, just because of these issues. That is the relationship she had with the mother. That is the source of things that stem from her childhood. Please don't get it twisted. Let's keep going. She said, I called you myself to talk to you after the last outburst you had. I explained some things to you while I was growing up. You recorded me and sent it to Tanwa. Some of you will come and watch it later. You follow the story. You tell me that I'm right. I don't even know the rest of the story. So basically, they've been leaking each other's voice notes, essentially. Voice notes, text messages, they're your enemy. I'm letting you know right now, okay? If you're not doing them within controlled environment, emotionally controlled environment, you will hurt yourself. If you're in the middle of goes with your husband and the first thing you want to do is leave voice notes and you leave in text message, you will collect. I'm letting you know right now, okay? Yep. Let's keep going. So you sent it to Tawa. Growing up, they recorded me and sent it to Tawa. You denied it. You never knew Tawa before, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have been talking to her behind me prior to your husband's passing. But according to you, you took her number from your mother's phone so as to conspire against me. Wumi, I refuse to be silenced this time. Tawa is my enemy, and you choose to use Tawa against me. Stick to your Aloba and Adebanjo. You're not related to that family. You are a snake, period. Anyway, I'm going to come to the chat in a second. Let me read some of these comments real quick. This is rough. All right, so what the comment here says, Mohbad, nice one. No peace for the wicked. Until the family confess what happened, there shall be no peace for them. Okay. Someone said Mohbad said it that Wunmi all know no peace if he dies. Now waiting we they see now, because so people are using this to say Wunmi knows about the passing of her husband. So this is what happens. You don't know what God has done for you if your family is organized. That's true. But it's beyond that. It's about when crisis happens, do you know what to do when crisis and conflict happen? It's going to happen in every family. So stop the families organized thing. It's cute, okay? But crisis will happen in every family. It's about, do you know what to do with it? When it happens between you and your husband or your wife, that's what this is about. Karimo should work on her knuckles, please. Jesus! Oh my God. The only thing people see here is knuckles. Jesus Christ. Mohbad came from a wrong family and married into a wrong family. They then ended up with the wrong lyrical label. Rest easy, sweet boy. Mohbad is a good and blessed man, but you see the family he came from, they're nothing to write home about all. Now, in that respect, I understand. But, you know, that man's legacy is untouchable, in my opinion. God will help this girl. She's fighting forces from her husband's house. And now, from her mother's house. God of widows will help you, Wunmi. Mohbad them say, make you no sleep. Calm them, go sleep. Disturb them all, anyone involved in your early exit from this world. No grief for any of them. Wahala. Another angle. So people will start interpreting all of this from their own side of the brain that works. All of this has nothing to do with nothing, by the way. But I want you to see how people think. They completely think completely irrelevant. Right? Completely irrelevant. But anyway, I mean, they don't blow powder to these people. Yes, I see. God have mercy. Anyway, yeah, God have mercy. Let me stop. I don't know, y'all. This Ofemanu people don't like speaking general language that people different race will understand. I don't know. The secret that they keep will soon come out. Okay, we shall see. In modernization, he will keep pressuring them. He also said, you guys have been doing this to people, but I will be your last. Oh. So people are interpreting as some kind of spiritual fight from Mohbad himself. So much can go wrong with bad parenting. This lady needs therapy. Fact. That's the one person that really got this, okay? Because at the end of the day, I have to look at what she's saying. She's the one talking, right? What does she do with herself when she finds herself in crisis? This lady needs therapy. I wonder how she's treating her mom over there. Yes. She literally just say yeah to her mother. Listen, we don't make that up just because you're upset in the moment. That is who you are. It might not be your fault, but something is there between that mother and that daughter. I decided to stood by you. Leave the Onyibo alone. I beg. Leave the Ibon alone. Please, why do we have to know about this? Kai, Nawa. Anyway, let me come to the chat. The chat is long at this point because you guys obviously are going in. Yeah, it's real. Jesus, Chinye Koknokus. You saw that too. I didn't see that. I don't believe this fight between Wunmi and her sister has anything to do with Mohbad's spirit not giving them peace. People will believe what they want to believe. They believe from the side of their brain that works, remember? But you're right. I don't believe it too. What story gist me a beg? Wait, what story? Why would Wunmi reveal the childhood story Auntie Karimot told her? She hurt her sister. Well, that's the trouble. That's what happens. But clearly, the sister was not capable of helping her sister. She should have she should have slowed down a little bit. Maybe after the first time on Daddy Free, she should have slowed all the way down. Now, after this right here, she's going to get dragged. And she's not going to stop. And that's the way it works. It's going to be a vicious cycle. She won't be able to stop. It will take everything for her to stop. You know? Almost impossible. We're all confused though. We don't know why they are fighting. She's not saying anything. She's just cursing. No, she said it. She said she wants credit. She said she wants credit for linking them with Falana. But one thing we can take away from it is that there's no reason that's big enough that's connected to Mohbad. It has to be they have troubled relationship in the first place. Okay, and that's what people do when you go through crisis. This is the lesson. Okay, when you go through crisis and your sibling that you already had issues with in the past, they might jump into the matters and try to protect you in the name of they try to protect you from your husband, from your wife. They don't know what they're doing. They're going to make matters worse for you if you don't seek professional help. Okay, see, they mean well. Like okay, this is another case of, you know, good intentions in the poto. We will never know all the way 100% of what went down there in their family. We will never know. Okay, but these are the lessons we can take from that. Does that mean you can't talk your sisters? I'm just saying be careful. Be aware that they might be trying to help you. They want to help you. They mean well, but they're not capable of helping you. And it will feel good that they want to help you initially, because it's like the first time in a long time that somebody is taking sides with you. The issue is never going to be as simple as taking sides with you, right? And that's what this issue is. So I'm kind of like comparing it. It's not an issue between Wunmi and her husband now, but it's an issue between her and a bunch of bloggers and strangers. She tried to protest maybe against Naira Marley. That's why she jumped in the issue earlier on. But this, when was the last time we mentioned? How many times have I mentioned Naira Marley and Sam Larry on this live stream right now? How many times? Tell me. Before this one I just said, how many times have I mentioned? That's how life works. It's sad, but that's how life works. It's an evolving thing. And if you don't realize that, yep, this issue is definitely more than what she's saying. They probably have a deeper family issue than we know. Fact. Thank you, Bingwe. Bingwe, how you doing? I was surprised when I saw this video. Her issue because Wunmi said that she did not introduce her to Falana. How can that be an issue? I'm confused. That's what she's claiming. That's what she's claiming. If that's the actual only one issue, it's very simple. She just, if that's the only issue, she just forgive her sister. Just like she will already, if the sister is happy and leveraging the relationship with Falana, she'll be that will be enough to make her happy. But now she wants credit. Yeah, she is disappointed. Sorry, oh sorry. So is this issue that she introduced Falana? That's what they're claiming. That's what they're claiming. But what are they even fighting about? Waiting happen, go. You might never know. We'll find out. If you go find the audio, which I don't have the audio now, it will tell you a little bit. You know the audio that triggered, but something else is getting triggered that you might never find out. Okay. Isamor says, can we agree that this lady is immature? Before uncle. But you know, adults, quote unquote, matured adults will act like this when they don't know what they're doing. If they're using common sense, they will act like this. Okay. What did Wunmi do to her for her to come out in the open to fight her? She's already through a lot. Like this is a woman who just lost the widow, right? She should be in the position where she's still being protected, right? But how did her sister, who claimed to be protecting her, jump out right now and start attacking her, called her all types of Olori Buruku and stuff? You on a normal day, can you call your own sibling Olori Buruku? If you can, there's problems. Okay, you need to talk to a therapist about that. Okay. I don't like this for them. Their Molebi should call them Marriott. And so Marriott, I saw you making fun of my translation. May God forgive you. All this shakara on the internet is empty talk. This is real, okay? This is as real as it gets. All right, you're probably just seeing the tip of the iceberg. Please, Najoko, MOP and Auntie Karimo are doing literal translations. They need to work harder for. Yeah, I was doing that. I've been tagged monster in-law because I refuse to facilitate and fight big sis. Listen, this is real. My translation is C+ today. You see, I know I saw something like that. May God forgive you. Wunmi already have enough dragging online. So if you were to let me ask you a question. In terms of the authenticity of how wanting to protect Wunmi, if you were to scale it on what you just saw, on a scale of 1 to 10, how authentic was she when she was trying to protect Wunmi? Was she trying to protect Wunmi, or she was fighting for herself? It was a sense of identity that she felt, connection to Wunmi. She felt cheated. People would do this, I'm telling you. Your mother would do it. She will be a mother-in-law, she will do it. If you're a mother-in-law, you will do this until you are self-aware. If you're going to become a mother-in-law in the future, you will do it. Okay? Until you engage it from a place of self-awareness. You will find yourself inside of it before you realize that, wait, I think I just become what I don't want to be. It will happen first. I know. You don't want me to curse you. Intentionality straight in the pot. Listen, I know because I have experience around this, okay? But anyway, I got one more that I want to cover around this old story. Let me know your thoughts about this. If you have more information about this, because I agree with everybody in the chat. Reality is I'm confused. I know there's more to why she's fighting her on the internet like that. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, and yeah, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Last but not least, yes, we're still on Mohbad. Somebody is saying something about the mystery surrounding Mohbad's passing. So let's listen to this audio, and then we'll round up for the day.
According to him, the cause of death cannot be determined.
According to him, the cause of his passing cannot be determined. All right, this is a lawyer speaking. The headline here, this is according to Instablog Nigeria here, says we couldn't ascertain the cause of Mohbad's passing because his body had already decomposed before autopsy. Pathologist tells the court. Did y'all hear that?
Not be juju be that.
Okay, somebody educate me. Who is pathologist? What's autopsy? When did the body decompose? We're inside the freezer. What happened? What happened here? The title says we couldn't ascertain the cause of Mohbad's death because his body had already what?
According to him, the cause of death cannot be determined. Because he gave a lot of reasons.
So again, we're talking about Mohbad, who passed away in September. Is mysterious. They're still trying to find out. He was buried within 24 hours. The state exhumed his body, and he's supposed to be going through some kind of a lab test, autopsy, to find out what happened to him. There's been a lot of drama around his passing within his family. His father, between his father and his mother, who they're no longer together, and recently we just covered that between even the wife and our own sister, the widow and our own sister being dragged. So we're just trying to catch up on here. You know, now some lawyer, I don't know who this lawyer is now saying that they couldn't ascertain the cause of his passing because his body had already decomposed. I'm confused. Let's keep going.
By the time they conducted the test, the body had discomposed.
By the time they got to the testing, the body has decomposed. What?
And that it is not possible for them to determine the cause of death.
Is that a thing? Even if the body decomposed?
So in summary, he's saying the cause of death cannot be ascertained. And when you say the cause of death cannot be ascertained, it is suspicious. It is not clear. No particular reason. But he also went further to say that it may be attributed to reaction to certain drugs administered on him. before he died. Again, he then qualified that again to say he does not know whether it is those drugs that actually led to his death. So, like the other senior advocate mentioned, this is an inquiry into the cause and manner of death. The other fact that we revealed today concerning disagreement between Mohbad and his wife.
There were disagreement between Mohbad and his wife before his passing. I think at this point there's some truth to that, you know, but I'm not sure. I don't know if that determines anything. There are arguments between husband and wife all the time, but I guess their job now is to link it to his passing, if there's any link.
Also, the disagreement between Mohbad and the Samlari and all that. All of this came out today from the testimony of one of the witnesses. But what is important is that this pathologist has given his evidence today, and we have taken a day to cross-examine him, to ask him questions on the report. So until those questions are asked, we cannot say this is the outcome. According to him.
All right, I'm just going to read some comments. I want to know what your thoughts are on this one. This is rough. This is rough. These are the products of terrible, terrible relationships. This is how far it can go. So why you always talk about relationship? It's literally everything, okay? Everything. That's where everything stems from. But let me read some comments. It said, if you have been expecting this super story, hit the like button. Who watches Crime TV or ID? Y'all know this is bullshit. All right. The lawyer already said that. I said it's foul play. If they're saying they cannot ascertain the cause of his passing, there's definitely foul play. They aren't doing any autopsy. The whole idea of this delay fiasco was to kill off the pressure on the people of interest. Now that they assume Nigerians have moved on, they decide to drop this on us. Mohbad can never ever get the justice his spirit deserves, unfortunately. How can you say the cause of his passing is not ascertained? Did the pathologist examine his lungs, kidneys, and liver, the heart? And all these organs would definitely give a clue to the cause of his death. Either the body is decomposed or not. That's what I thought. But I'm not a scientist, so there will definitely be a clue. You lots are just playing games. I don't know why the dad cannot just lay the body to rest in peace. Somebody said, this goes to show you a lot of people hand involved in his death don't want the truth out. Somebody said, what a pathological lie. Another person, God have mercy. Can anything good come out of the judiciary system of Nigeria? Another person said, even from the bones of the dead person, you can decipher the cause of death. Another person said, autopsy is compulsory in case of bid by law. If the lawyers remember that both the hospital and Mohbad's dad will be in trouble. There you go. So they're supposed to do an autopsy regardless, right? Nigeria decomposed in how many days? Meanwhile, Oyibo can even do with skulls and skeleton. That's a fact, right? Lessons learned so far from Mohbad's case. In this life, no matter what you're facing or what you're doing, beware of those close to you and don't let them kill you, because they'll use money to deny you justice after you're gone. So sad, Imole. I really pity this poor guy. Justice for Mohbad. Imole lives on. It's only God that can forgive you guys for this lie, honestly. Fumexi says, justice was delayed and still denied. This is so unfair. It is well. Everyone shall learn one or two things from this hilarious matter. Ireo. Anyway, it is sad. It is very, very sad to watch this unfold the way it is unfolding. Marriott says, I have worked in the state prosecutor's office. Ondo is far. I rate police investigations 100. Everyone should swear to Ogun for the truth and rest. Yeah. I don't know. This it's probably nothing that's going to come out of this. Probably nothing's going to come out of it. Do me a favor. I do have a coaching session coming up. I have to round up at this point. Do me a favor. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Don't forget, mark your calendars at probably 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's probably 7 p.m. UK time. I'll go live with Auntie B to discuss the dark side of marriage on her platform. So mark your calendars, okay? Thank you for being here today. Thank you for everybody that supported. If you've hit the like button, you share. All 26 people that hit the like button, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let me see. I know you minus 100. I know you meant 0. Tell me, husband and wife who don't have argument. Yeah, she's watching. If you see some messages, you go weak. No, not tomorrow. It's May 26th. May 26th, Sunday. All right. Yeah, do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, follow, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Hi, I'm Lola.
And this is Ola from Man of Prestige.
Did you know that nearly 50% of marriages end in divorce?
Studies also show that children raised in two-parent households tend to thrive.
If you're struggling in a broken relationship or marriage, you're not alone in facing these challenges.
But having a solid support system is crucial. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.